I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We are as we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. Together we overcome. Together we can be stopped. Politile koro oladara. We will reach those goals we set together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. For Chelsea, okay. We will lose together. Together we win. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. Together we can be stopped. We rise, we fall together.
Dummy, yeah.
Yes, guys, we're back for another live stream. It's been a good couple of days, but to be honest, a break was needed. A break was much needed. It's good to be back after a win as well, if we're going to claim that Legends victory or something. That was fucking refreshing for everybody who watched it. Felt really nostalgic as well. John Terry and Cahill scoring, Thiago and Zola moments of magic. You even got the Kalu sit-up. I'm sure everyone from back in the day would remember as well. Good to watch a victory. Good to see us lift the trophy as well. I don't even know what that trophy was called, but I'm guessing it was part of the tribute to Gianluca Vialli. So big up and rest in peace. And that was the perfect way to tribute him. What a performance by Chelsea. Hansi Flick, I just saw that as well. Sacked by Germany. The rumors only started coming out like an hour ago. These men are very, very efficient when it comes to getting shit done, except on the pitch. Hey, Kai Havertz has taken another managerial career, though. We're going to keep that for the agenda. Big up to everyone, though. There is a couple topics to get into. We've got a couple reports on striker targets for January, alleged striker targets. There's a leak of the new home kit for next season in September. I forget how early these leaks can come out, but we'll talk about that. We'll get you guys' thoughts on the potential home kit as well. Orange and blue. That's a first. I know we did that with a training kit a couple years ago. I don't remember what season it was, but I remember we tried the little orange and blue thing, and I think it looked all right. But yeah, as a home kit, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Lavia, as we already know, is injured. Warrior touched on it earlier. We'll start the stream on that, but we'll talk about the Lavia injury. Cucurella, Fabrizio reports on him a little bit, but all he said was the list of clubs that were interested in him, which was Atletico Madrid, Leipzig, Sociedad, Sevilla. City's secret approach in January turned down by Chelsea, and I saw some Chelsea fans were moaning about it. Why? Why would we have let Cucurella leave 6 months into his contract? With Ben Chilwell injured for an extended period of time at the time of that interest, because remember, he had the injury against Zagreb at home. Why the fuck would we have sold Cucurella? Why would we have loaned him? Makes no sense. Hey, Pep have an interest in him, though. If I speak. I don't think it's anything to say, though, that always loyal or anything like that. I think he just wanted to stay in England, if anything. Rejected loans to Atletico, Leipzig, Sociedad, and Sevilla. We turned down Man City, but he agreed personal terms with United. So I personally think he just wanted to stay in England, if anything. But he's still here. It would have made no sense to let him go to City at the time that they came in for him anyway. So why would we do that? And yeah, Cucurella stays. Hopefully we give him a little bit of game time, because all we have is that Wimbledon game and he got booed off for that and he was one of our better players. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, the Lavia injury, not ideal. I don't want to panic off it, because I know a lot of people have been complaining about the medical team and all of that. We don't know what caused the injury. It could have been him being overworked. It could have been him rolling his ankle. We don't know. We don't even know how long he's out for. So I don't want to say too much about it. Let's just hope it's weeks and not months. But there's bigger issues. There's much bigger issues. We're not playing this shit because Lavia isn't in the squad. We're playing this shit because of the way we're being set up. That is the bigger problem. So, Lavia, come back whenever you can, but as of right now, that's not going to be an excuse. Can't drop points and say, oh, it's because of injuries and everything like that. No, we're not playing well. That's the bigger problem. We are underperforming. Get the performances up and, yeah, just Lavia, get well soon and get ready when you can. I guess maybe tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe we'll hear an update on how long he's out for. But as of right now, is what it is. Reports said it's a muscle tear in the ankle. Sounds like months to me, but probably ask Alex or someone who works in medical. Yeah, we'll see what they're saying when I send the link out. But we don't know what the injury was. We don't know what the situation was. Like, when Chukwuemeka came off injured, when Nkunku came off injured, we saw doctors on Twitter who were literally getting frame-by-frame clips of what happened and assessing it and saying what they thought the situation was. We don't know what caused the injury. We haven't got an idea. So even with what reports are saying, we don't know what the injury was. We don't know. Well, we know what the injury was. We don't know what caused the injury, so we can't fully try to determine that. Big up to Luke saying, big up. It's been a few days, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I'm going to try and get some more streams ready throughout the week as well. I really need to wrap my mind for some creativity, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure there's going to be some watch-alongs as well. I would have done a watch-along for the England versus Ukraine game, but we were out for the Chelsea match. So, yeah. But we'll probably do Scotland, England. We will probably do that. So keep a look out for that game. Matt Law tweet. Okay. What's Matt Law saying? I'm guessing this is on his main. Marina's returned twice to Chelsea over the past month. Okay. Can I get this on the big screen? There we go. So Marina's returned twice to Chelsea over the past month, but not as a guest of Clear Lake Bowley owners. Okay. I know she was at the Legends match yesterday. I'm guessing she went off her own accord, but don't really get the relevance of that. Unless it's something else. Good thing you didn't do a watch along for Ukraine versus England. I heard it was dog shit. I caught like 20 minutes of it in the pub. Sounded like crap. And yeah, I'm glad I missed it. But Marina came and she left. Oh well. Big up Dinishin that says Poch should coach the youth. I'm tired of flops. I mean, the whole point of Poch was that he was going to bring in younger players and develop them better. And we're seeing Mudryk, Matson, Ugo Chukwu all rotting the bench. I don't get it, man. Poch has to answer a lot of questions during the international break. Poch has to answer a lot of fucking questions. Maguire marked his own defender and England concede. I don't even know if I can be bothered to do Scotland, England. I'll see what games are on during the week. And I'll pick some good matches. There must be at least 2 or 3 decent games out there. We'll figure it out. Big up Moscow calling, saying in December after 3 losses in a row, Hansi Flick to Chelsea. Here we go on the 2028 contract. Just screenshot it. I hope this isn't true. Because then this means Poch failed. And if Poch failed, then who do we go to next? Because we're meant to be giving him time. We're meant to be letting him build the squad. But he's fucking damaging it right now. He's fucking damaging it. Hansi Flick, though, he seems like a bozo after the last 2 days. I know it is only the last 2 days, so I'm not going to judge him off that. But Germany looked and sounded fucking terrible yesterday. Terrible. Oh, France v Germany on Tuesday. Oh, yeah, fuck the England game. Yeah, we'll do that. Are they on at the same time, actually? They're on at the same time. International fixtures. Let me have a look. Yeah, they're on at the same time. We'll do a joint watch along. Senegal, Algeria as well. And yeah, cool. Okay, so double watch along on Tuesday. That will be happening. So we have a Tuesday stream sorted. Yeah, met the whole fucking Legends team. That was mad. Big up to Fata. Always knows the right places to go to. He isn't in the know when it comes to meeting football players. I'll give him that. But yeah, we had a great shift yesterday. Met SCN, not Balak, Zola. We met Ramirez, Mikel. The Ramirez picture was a bit blurry though. It's a bit blurry. Makaleli. That one was the one I was looking forward to the most. John Terry was surrounded by like 50 kids, so I couldn't really be bothered for it. Di Matteo was in a bit of a rush, wasn't able to get Cahill, but I got more than enough. Italy, Ukraine also on Tuesday. Okay, so we got a couple games. Lewis, bro, Mudryk is terrible. I heard he didn't have the best game. I did see a Chelsea fan getting cooked on Twitter, though, for booing him after the match. Deserved it. Because that's the same fan I've seen defending Chilwell on the timeline. Oh, we'll cuss out Mudryk, who's been here for 6 to 7 months, but Chilwell, no, let's defend him. I was raging about if Mason Mount gets sold. Also saw a couple dodgy tweets from him in the past, but hey, some of our fans will always continue to be disappointments. I don't know about Mudryk's performance. I didn't see anything from it. I heard it wasn't great. But we need to give him a run of starts. Until we give him a run of starts, nothing is going to change. So I'm not writing him off until we give him a run of performances. I can't do it. It's the same thing I said with Hudson-Odoi. Do not judge the guy until you give him a run of games in his starting position, and then you'll have an understanding of where he's going to be. I did see this as well. Havertz got a match rating of 6, which basically means you're fucking terrible. 1 is what they give brilliant performances, and it goes lower from there. So you can figure out how bad you have to be at a 6. I saw the stats as well, just hella zeros. He was just road running for 72 minutes from the sound of it. Didn't even see a fail clip on the timeline. And that says a lot about how bad the performance was. Or how invisible he was. 17-year-old Whisper Richards started for Jamaica. Did we sign him a couple months ago? I think we did. Cool. But blessed for the update anyway. All of you guys are still going into the lottery, by the way, so keep a lookout for that. They call him Aisho Mudryk. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw Harry Kane's comments on Tottenham. We're going to hold that for Shameless, because we will be doing Shameless later tonight. To be fair, I was playing a game. I didn't watch the game. I'm just going off what I heard. I saw like 20 minutes of it, and I was also in the middle of a queue trying to get a drink, so like I weren't concentrating. I didn't watch the game. I'm not judging anything off it. I'm just going off what I heard. Anything else? You see, I saw Rudiger jogging back. I feel like it's another sign of Flick losing the dressing room, because we know what Rudiger's pace is really like. It's nowhere near that. But yeah, that game sounded like a hot mess. 4-1 to Japan. They tried to get their revenge for the World Cup and they got beaten even worse. Crazy. You can't tell me one difference between Speed and Mudryk, bro. Yes, I can. Price tag and skin tone. There, I just gave you 2. Hold that. What else do we have? Gotta talk the CM Punk situation on my channel. Yeah, I'll back that. Actually, to find out what else has been happening. I know he got sacked, but I don't really know what else has developed from that. Who's worse at finishing, Speed or Havertz? Havertz is a professional football player. He hasn't got an excuse. Oh, yeah, and haircut. We got 3. Worried about Mudryk. I can't lie. Doesn't look up for it. Give him a run of matches. You got to let him sink or swim. 10-minute cameos don't do anything for you. They don't do anything. I did see as well a few reports that he might need to slim down a little bit. I know a few people were joking about it on streams, but there was an Isaac Seller article about it. And there might be a little bit of truth to it. Let me see if I can find it. I saw a few days ago. I was from Simon Johnson. Chelsea have told Mudryk to tone down the gym work amid concerns he's overdoing it. Which I don't know if it's true or not. But I did see some clips of Mudryk in Shakhtar, and he does look a lot slimmer. And maybe it does play a part. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. If he slims down in the next couple of weeks, and I guess if he plays a little bit better, maybe there's some truth to it. Maybe there isn't. But it could just be the international break, for all we know. The international break's always like that, where you're just going to get dead articles and shit. We didn't even get through the transfer the whole striker targets. Let me get into that before I send the link out. So Chelsea have a 3-man shortlist for the striker position. Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins, and Benjamin Sesko have been linked. And Give Me Sport has also spoken about Ivan Toney being the priority striker target. Nizar Kinsella and Fraser Fletcher all reported a few days ago that he was under consideration as well. So it does look like he's our number 1 target out of all 3 of them. And maybe the thing we were talking about during the summer, where we said, give Jackson 4 months and then see if you need Toney. Maybe that was the plan all along. Maybe that was the plan all along. You already know my thoughts on Tony. Bring him in on New Year's Day if you have to. I don't care. That's my number one target. You can play him with Jackson if you want to. You can have them compete for the position, but they're both going to improve us. But there will be other clubs in for him as well. So we need to... I don't know. It will depend on Tony, to be honest. I think Arsenal have interest. I did see that one, Keyshawn. I think he's a Liverpool fan as well. So that might be a potential move for him. I think United had interest. I don't remember, though. And I think with them getting Højlund, they probably won't be as invested as the other three clubs. But there will be other teams interested in bringing him in January as well. So if we want to move for him, we should try and get the personal negotiations sorted sooner rather than later. In terms of Sesko, haven't seen a lot of him, but from what I've seen, very good technical ability, very good composure, and insane ball striking. Also has a Haaland-like frame to him as well, and big strides so he can move very quickly out of possession. Also read from his Salzburg days that he's a good presser off the ball. So if that height as well, that is a very, very good positive. If you can get him, though, because he has only just joined Leipzig. I don't know if they'll sell him immediately, but you could obviously test the waters a little bit. Watkins, he'll be cheaper at the end of the season because he'll have a year left on his contract. But I won't lie, there's been some rumblings from Villa fans about inconsistent finishing. And apparently he's not as clinical as people pretend he is. So make of that what you will. I still think he's a good striker. He got 15 league goals last season. Blew into life under Emery when he joined last season. But I'm hearing good and bad things. So, yeah, let me know what you guys are saying. Who would you take? Lewis, would you take Evan Ferguson? I can't even be bothered with negotiating for Brighton. He's a good player, but see who else is out there. Evan Ferguson will probably be like 150 million or something stupid and dead that. Dead negotiating with Brighton ever again. Unless he really wants to join us. If he really wants to join us. Tammy got 15 goals in the league. Watkins hype. Watkins looks all right, but doesn't wow me. Plus, with the stuff Villa fans are saying, it is a little bit of a red flag. Yes, another Premier League striker who isn't that clinical. We could really do with another one of them now, couldn't we? Nah, I'm good. That is like the cheaper alternative. That's what Watkins sounds like. Ivan Toney is still the number one, though. Ivan Toney is still the number one target for me if we're talking about any of the three. Off topic, did you hear about Anthony? Yeah, I did. That whole Man United star, a fucking mess, bro. Absolute mess. Absolute fucking mess. I'd rather bring that one up on Shameless, though, just because I'd rather discuss that one with Flawless. But yeah, it's looking sticky. At least Sancho might finally get some minutes now. I guess that's one problem that might be solved off that, but it's just a giant mess. And let's hope the allegations aren't true. Because one thing we don't need is another shit footballer. What else? I said dead negotiating with Brighton over one player, grow up. Hey, I cannot be bothered for it. Although, from a content perspective, I actually wouldn't mind. Yeah, Jibby, I saw that. Flick got fired. About an hour after the rumours that he was going to get fired, they got rid of him. Surprised it took that long after that performance, though. Germany needs a little switch up. They looked dead in the World Cup. They looked so shit. Didn't impress me at all, except I think the first half against Japan. And that was it. Big up to Bent saying Mount right wing at United. I will be there. Oh, fuck. Yeah, maybe it won't be Sancho after all. Shit. Mount's still injured, though. I think he's out for another 2 to 3 weeks or something. I think that's about it, though. So I'm going to send the link out. We'll see what everybody's saying. Big up to everybody that's locked in, though. Big up to everyone that's super chatted as well. You guys are in the lottery for the new home kit. Away kit. Or home kit if you guys want. Like, we'll sort it out when we pick a winner. You guys could basically just take any show off Jerseys FC that you want. So it is what it is. But yeah, link is going out. Nearly done, guys. Nearly done. See if I find Steve. Yeah. Oh. Yes, guys. What are we saying? What are we saying, people?
Not much. Yeah, you didn't miss anything in the England game the other night.
Yeah, I heard it was shit from both sides.
Bro, that fucking terrorist that we have as our manager at the moment. Like did you see what we ended with in the midfield?
Nah.
The midfield that
I only saw like 20, 30 minutes.
The midfield that we finished with was Gallagher, Henderson, Rice.
Fucking hell.
Henderson played 90 minutes and did nothing. Henderson literally played 90 minutes and did nothing.
That's a stinky midfield.
Henderson put one ball into the box, which I think it was Bellingham, like messed the header up on. That was all he did. The whole 90 minutes.
That sounds horrific. Yeah, you know what? It might just be France and Germany on Tuesday. I don't know if I can be bothered for that.
Because that might be decent, because obviously they got a new coach in. They got Voller in now as the coach on an interim basis. So
that might be a little new manager bounce or something. But yeah, that sounds terrible. Glad I skipped that.
Voller is an intense dude too, man. He's an intense dude. That Voller, the old striker, right? You're talking about?
Yeah, I'm interested. He used to be. I don't know if he still is, but he used to be the sporting director for Leverkusen. I don't know if
he's not anymore.
Yeah, he must have left that job.
Because if I'm not mistaken, it's like a Hispanic dude who was the guy who made the decision for Xabi Alonso. If I'm not mistaken, okay. I remember. Steve would know more than me.
Yeah, you might be right. I might be wrong.
Lewis,
what's you guys? What you saying, Leon?
I saw all the stuff you put up about the Chelsea legends and Bayern legends.
Oh, what a day, man! What a day,
dude! I watched the highlights, man.
Now football match.
I watched the highlights, like John Terry, man, still got it, you know.
John Terry, Gary Cahill could genuinely still play at the top level.
Yeah,
and Zola, you know what? Just give him a 5-minute cameo at the end of games. Like, that's fine. Just let him do a couple passes left and right.
Like, Essien looked good
because he's still got that way to pass in him. Still to this day.
Honestly, watching the highlights anyway, it literally looked better than the Chelsea of now, to be fair.
Oh, definitely.
Crazy. It's crazy.
You even had the Kalu sitter. Well, missed goal. Felt just like the Chelsea of old. Just like the Chelsea of old. But yeah, it was just good to see an actual dominant performance for the first time in ages. And
Yeah.
the Legends still have it. I need more Legends games. We don't do that enough. Before like a year ago, I don't think we've done one since Zola's testimonial back in 2003. So it's good to see us doing them a little bit more now.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed it. I sort of watched all the highlights afterwards because it was kind of a bit of a tricky day because obviously you had the Sidemen charity match, then you had England, then sort of the Chelsea one was on 7 something on
I was
stream.
gonna try to do a stream up before I went out, but I saw Sidemen I saw the Sidemen game, and then I saw like 2 million watching, and I thought, yeah, you know what, no point. I'm just gonna go out.
Yeah, it was
No,
insane.
that's
like, it's good though. I'm proud of them because they've raised a hell of a lot of money for charity, which is really, really good. It's good to see.
Yeah, it was fun to watch too, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
From an outsider perspective, that I don't watch the Sidemen like that, but I know who KSI is, and I know like who the crew is for the most part from just like clips. Like, it was actually pretty fun to watch them. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, having KSI in goal like mic'd up as well.
Yeah,
Like,
and
him
every
taking the
time
piss out of
anything would
Ice
happen,
Cube.
they would just like cut to him, and then the KSI would just be like open net, pretty much talking to the dude from Arsenal TV. It was
A
pretty
Yeah,
funny.
0.3
Yeah,
rating.
Yeah.
XQC.
He conceded 8 goals, man. What do you expect?
Oh, is he the goalkeeper?
Yes.
KSI was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
No, he was the goalkeeper
I mean-
for the non-Sidemen team.
Yeah,
he
the
conceded 8
YouTube
goals.
All-Stars.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna look for a fail comp on that. I'll watch that later.
I mean, he did have a.
He had
I mean,
one.
I still take XQC over Kappa all day long.
Oh, I found one already. You know what? Yeah, because this was on YouTube. But we can play this. It's not that deep. Because I want to figure out how you get a 0.3 rating. That is insane.
He didn't know what he was doing in that.
So what happened here? Okay, that's just bad positioning. Oh, poor guy, bro.
One
Yeah, he was
dude,
getting
he
cooked.
saves it without
Oh no! Oh,
What the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Oh my God.
honestly, it looks like me playing in goal.
This just looks like a 2020 Kepper comp.
No, that's
Fucking
I
hell,
I mean,
man, that is
KSI
rough.
had one. KSI had one at the end of the game where he like caught it like from going in and then just rolled into the net with the ball, and it was a goal.
Yeah, I saw he had a few howlers. He got caught doing the little Onana pose in the net.
He saved the ice speed penalty though, which is hilarious. Like I like the second half where they came out and they went to the sideline, like interviewed Speed, and they were like, "Have you learned the offside rule yet?" And he was like, "Yeah, I've caught up with it. Let the defender go first." This was hilarious.
Never used this for Kepper prop. Can't be asked.
Such comedy.
Dinishan says we do not need a striker. Potts will play Chilwell at striker.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I saw someone say it
God
earlier.
willing,
I
it doesn't
agree.
happen.
Bro, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't care. This isn't necessarily you, Lewis, obviously, because there's like a content thing. I don't give a shit about
That's
transfers.
cool.
Like, I don't give a shit about transfers, man. We're 4 games into a season. The window closed 10 days ago. I'm interested in transfers. Don't talk to me about what strikers are coming in January. Talk to me about the players are going to do now.
We're just addicted to the dopamine now at this
Exactly,
point.
bro. Like, talk to me about what the players that we have currently at the squad are going to do between now and January. Because there's a chance between now and January we have no wins the way we're going.
This club has turned into a bunch of fans. Like, all jokes aside, I don't give a fuck who get it. It's not an attack on the game or the people who play it. But Football Manager has really fucked up a lot of people, bro.
Jimmy, I was literally about to say, this is like me when I get bored on Football Manager during the season. All I do is skip from one window to the next, and I just sim the games in the middle. All I'm trying to do is just get to the transfer window. That's all I'm trying to do. That's when I get bored, bro. Like, I'll go through like half the season, get a little bit bored, skip to January, then maybe continue on a little bit, then get a bit bored, skip to the end of the season. It's just lack of. It's like no what's it called? Attention span. There's no attention span in this fan base.
It's like, how are we talking about players and all that? Like, I got one thing to talk about: how terrible Poch is doing. That's it. No, nothing like this. First 4 games is just like it's just a referendum on how bad. The more and more we have not played, the more and more I've been able to sit back and analyze how terrible of a job Poch has done. He's got the fan base fucking confused. People don't know who to blame. People are attacking players. They don't know what to do. And it's like, yo, why is Poch getting any sort of pass? He's never done anything to deserve a pass. I'm sorry. You cannot send out your team set up to fail, and I ignore it. We set up. Did anybody sit and read that? That Chilwell interview told me everything I need to know.
Speaking
of it, Poch, he's the equivalent of like he's flopping, like he's overthinking it, like he's having a howler. He's having the equivalent of having a howler. What people are bitching about with Jackson missed goal, Poch is doing worse than that. Let's just meds it. Every time we talk about a player and why they should play, we talk about what happened in the preseason. And then think about it. We have not once did anything that he practiced that worked. Could you imagine
Liverpool game?
That's like sitting at a table with a girl for half an hour and she telling you how much she loves missionary. And then the first time y'all go to have sex, you go, turn around, I want doggy. She would be like, wait, what? Like, I'm sorry, excuse me? You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
like, he put out a lineup that worked in 3-4 games. The one time he played 3 in the back, we looked horrible. And then the first game of the season, he went, you know what we're going to do? 3 at the back. Like, what?
But against Liverpool, though, with their attacking force,
I don't give a fuck.
Liverpool, I got it. It was everything after Liverpool.
It had nothing to do. If y'all keep saying it's because it was Liverpool, you're out of your fucking mind. We're still doing it. It had nothing to do with Liverpool.
No, we're saying it should have been that way. It should have been.
No,
Forest,
should have never been.
It should have. You play that against Liverpool, and then you play more attacking against West Ham.
No, he should have now looking at it, not even Liverpool should have gotten that lineup. Not even Liverpool. Not even Liverpool.
I disagree on that.
Yeah, I disagree on that. No.
Why?
Liverpool had about 8 attackers on the pitch, bro.
So what?
It made sense to be more defensively minded against them.
So what? What are you?
And it worked. We should have won the game. So like, I can understand why he played that against Liverpool. But I agree with what you're saying.
Liverpool is that we didn't bring subs on too early.
We put that same lineup against West Ham, and what happened?
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying after.
Hold on, wait. We put the lineup out against who's the last game we played?
Forest.
We look like shit. So is there a chance that if we did play a proper lineup against Liverpool, we possibly could have did better?
Well, there's a chance, yeah.
Okay.
No, because they're different teams, different setups.
No, bro, we look like shit in that lineup. Like saying it's okay against Liverpool don't mean nothing because every other time we played it, it looked like shit. So
no, West Ham, we didn't look like shit.
Liverpool is the anomaly.
First half against West Ham, we didn't look like shit. I don't agree with that.
No, we look like shit.
I understand that, but like we didn't have any. We didn't have Caicedo coming in before that point, so it was being.
It don't matter. Overall, we looked like shit because we finished 3-1 to a team with 10 players. First half is irrelevant to me.
Okay, so against Liverpool, what formation would you put out against Liverpool?
The same shit we played in preseason is what we should have been playing.
So you'd have a back four, and then you have Chilwell running forward, not getting back in time, leaving Thiago Silva and Levi on their own.
When did you see Chilwell not getting back in the preseason? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Preseason's different though.
I'm not even gonna look. I don't feel like snapping, dude. Don't talk to me. Whoever you are, just talk to some. Don't answer me, bro. Cause y'all motherfuckers don't be listening. Y'all just be talking. The fuck is you talking about? I'm talking about the lineup. The lineup. We're not playing the lineup, the formation that we played that worked. Don't give me about preseason is different. Yeah, preseason is different. We actually look good. We look like shit now. Shit. So let's go back to what we look good doing. Who gives a fuck when we did it? Go do what looked good. Why would you keep doing what looks like shit? You just gonna keep running your head into the wall? And this idea of putting up these stats about we created the most with the biggest, man, this is why eye tests matter. Do you honestly say to yourself, from watching Chelsea, that we have been the most creative team? Bullshit. Bullshit. We look more creative than Brighton.
Argued with Big Al over the same thing.
In Liverpool. We look more creative than City, Arsenal. I don't fucking think so. So miss me with those stats. They have a lot of ways to make a stat say something. You can make a stat say anything. If you think to yourself, we look more creative than Liverpool, Arsenal, City, West Ham, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. That means you're stupid, and somebody will get you to believe something you don't even see. I don't give a fuck what those
No one's bringing Man City, Arsenal, and that to the table.
Because
we're not comparing ourselves to a treble-winning team.
That's how creativity looks. That was my point. Because you about to talk about some shit that I wasn't talking about. Because you clearly
Jimmy, how many games this season do you think we haven't looked creative in?
None. I don't.
See, I disagree with that.
We don't look nothing like how
Liverpool, West Ham, we was creating everything.
We look like how we look.
Luton, we win 3-0. The only game for me we've looked shit is Forest.
None of the games. None of the games we look creative like how we look in a 4-2-3-1. None. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. None of these games we look how we look in the 4-2-3-1. None of them. None of them. None of them we look that creative, that fluid, pockets of play, linking up with Jackson. Even against Luton when we won 3-0, we did not look how we looked against Liverpool. None. We did not. We won 3-0, but we did not look like that. It's not fluid.
I feel that combination of losing and Nkunku and Jackson partnership really is hindering us. He looks like a deer in the headlights.
Because when Nkunku wasn't on the field, what did we play during the preseason? Okay, I thought so. 4-2-3-1.
I think what Jimmy is trying to say is, and whatever the other guy is, I think B. What's your name?
Leon.
Not not you.
Bobby.
B.
Oh, me, Bobby, yeah.
Bobby. I think you kind of saying the same thing. It's just the difference is Jimmy's looking for consistent creativity. What you
spells, yeah.
It's a spells, and that's the problem. The creativity cannot be done that quickly, Jimmy. You can't just throw a bunch of players together and expect creativity to be sustained on all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like a plateau. You can't have that without playing it
all the time. But if you're playing a formation that doesn't allow creativity,
but that's the big question. That's exactly what this is. Exactly.
Creativity is because of this formation.
I think again, it's like a pulling the hair out of, like, you know what I'm saying, like a pull, like trying to convince yourself like trying to convince yourself with Poach exactly with like to not lose it. You know what I'm saying? To not lose your mind with Poach. You kind of trying to pull the hairs. See why? You know what I'm saying? Like
they're not looking at the reality. They like,
yeah.
well,
Like
maybe it's this and maybe it's that, instead of just looking at what they're actually seeing.
Well, I'm trying to I'm trying to not lose my shit that early with the manager. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to actually pull the hairs and see why. Because I always said, even with any manager that comes to the team that actually struggles, the first thing we're looking for is stability. Even with Tuchel, even with all the managers that we've been constantly changing, the first games are always boring. But and as a matter of fact, most of them are draws, and there's the reason behind it. You kind of doing it, but because you see, it comes back to my view of the professional football players. When you reach in that level of the football players, I know people saying like Scott on what's his name on Timo Werner, like he is shit. He shouldn't be a professional player. He cannot do this, and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I think it's just because it's emotions involved, but I think we're all actually capable of doing the thing. And it brings me to the same thing. It's the mental part when you reach in that kind of level of football. So I think that what's the managers tried to do from the beginning. If you even remember when AVB was fired, what's his name? The coach who Di Matteo. We draw a lot of games, man. In the beginning, we stopped conceding the games. We stopped losing it, even though there were a lot of draws. Every manager comes in, he tries to not lose the game. And I think that's what Poch is doing. But the problem is, if you all making it defensive-wise, and you still conceding a goal, you're gonna be exposed even more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody's gonna be like, "Damn, you might as well just go and play your way." And
What you know. Yeah.
Like I was gonna say, this is everything Alex just said there. That's kind of the issue we had with Potter as well. As bad as he turned out, at least defensively, you could say we were solid. Like we weren't creating shit. Going forward, it was horrible. Defensively, we're solid. It obviously petered out, and we got shit later on. You can't even say we're defensively solid with Poch. You can't even say that.
You can't, bro. It's like it's annoying. So it's just like, yo, if we're gonna,
it is annoying. It is annoying.
Let's attack.
You mentioned this interview, by the way. Talking of interviews, did anyone read or see hear or see the comments that Poch made in an interview he did yesterday or like 2 days ago?
I didn't know there was an interview yesterday.
The transfer stuff.
No.
What did he say?
That was for Kai. For transfer, he was talking to Kai.
No, he was asked how far Chelsea are from winning trophies. I think months. We want to win this season. We want to win. All we are involved in, the Carabao Cup, FA Cup and League, we want to play for a win. We cannot say in 1 year, in 2 years or in 3 years. In the circumstances we have, we need to be positive and work. We don't have time to waste thinking about the future. We need to perform today. This is about a week after he told us we need to have fucking patience. This manager is moving like Potter. Stop fucking talking. Stop talking.
You're making any sense.
Stop talking.
Wait,
I don't want to hit him.
I'm so confused.
Stop talking. Just go and show me on
with you. This show to me, he's rattled. Because remember what he said in the beginning? He talked that big ball of
He said we need to win now.
Heavy shit.
And that's the thing, Jimmy.
And then he was like, "Oh, I need patience. I need patience." And then look at this.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's scaring me, man.
If he hadn't done the press conference or the post-match interview the other day about patience, and this was his second interview, I'd have no problems because he's still keeping it consistent in terms of, we know what your goal is here. It's just to win, and it's a win now mentality. Calm. I know what I'm expecting then. Like it has to be win now mentality because that's what you've said that you're expecting from this team. You can't then tell me like a week ago that you're expecting patience because the players we've got are young. We all know the players we've got are young. We know that. We can see that we've got 22-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 20-year-olds playing in this team. We're not stupid. We can see that. But you can't then tell us that we need to win now. Like,
first of all, nobody's actually saying about the titles.
I mean,
about the titles, about anything. For fuck's sake, you need to win the game.
Yeah,
that's my point, Alex. No one here is telling us.
Just win the game. Fuck.
I was going to say, no one on this panel is expecting us to win the league. No one is expecting us to win the league. No one's even expecting us to
I
challenge.
spent all
really.
summer trying to tell people not to think that.
I'm expecting top 4. That's literally minimum. That's all I'm expecting is top 4. And maybe a cup. Maybe.
It would be
I
nice.
don't care about the title right now because look at our team.
You same people in the typing that's talking about, oh, coaches say anything. You can't say coaches say anything, and then when he say, oh, I need more experience, you take that serious. If you want to take those words serious,
Exactly. Yeah, like
take
you
the
see,
other shit serious too. Don't pick and choose what you want to take serious. That be my issue with you frauds. When he say shit that y'all agree with, y'all take it serious. And
it's
then
like
when he
the
say
transfer window. It's like the transfer window.
coaches say anything.
It's the same
That's
bullshit we
bullshit.
heard. It's the same bullshit we heard from Tuchel when he said, "Oh, I don't need a midfielder. We've got this man and this one and this." A week later, when we had
Gallagher and off his cheek.
I was going to say he named about 5 midfielders, 6 midfielders that we have, half of which was shit. There was like 2-3 injuries in the space of a week, and he went, "Now we need midfielders." Bro, we needed midfielders when there weren't fucking injuries. What do you mean?
And then not only that, Scott, what made it worse was the fan base turned on the owners. When you can clearly see he was telling the owners, I don't need midfielders.
This is why, Jimmy, by the way, as much as I hate them, by the way, the Liverpool fans kept the energy with Klopp when he was talking about midfield. They didn't aim it at the owners. They aimed it at Klopp because he was the one saying, I don't need midfielders. We can't with midfielders. They went at him for that.
I think what's his name? You see the difference. Remember when a Klopp came to first? Like I think this is what Klopp and Pochettino kind of similar, not stylistically. I think as a manager at the Liverpool when they first came, like Liverpool did one thing. Jurgen Klopp, he did not change the style. He was conceding like a freaking river every game. He still did not change. He tried to outscore the conceding, and that was his problem the first years. You know, until he signed Van Dijk and goalkeeper.
Change the personnel, yeah.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? With Pochettino.
Sorry to interrupt, Alex. Do you know what Klopp changed first of all? And this kind of goes back to something you mentioned earlier, and I could probably agree with you on that point. The first thing he changed was the mentality. It wasn't tactics. Wasn't it wasn't tactics, it wasn't formation, it wasn't personnel for the most part. Like obviously they got players in, it was the mentality. That was the first thing he went in and changed. Like people can laugh at the fact of like they were doing that, like celebrating after the 2 West Brom. But it's like it's stuff like that gets the players and the group together and gets the players and the group connected with the fans more. And then when you get the mentality, as you said, when the mentality comes, then it makes changing the team and integrating players easier.
Because right now we're looking at Lewis because I kind of want to enter one of them.
Big up to Keyshawn saying the fact that Chilwell was shit yesterday. You cannot tell me Cuckoo and Maxson is worse than that. I didn't watch the game, but I'll assume it's the same Chilwell.
He was fucking horrible, man.
He was terrible. I'm gonna keep saying it because he keeps reminding me of it.
Max Sports start asking why he playing a left wing. Why?
He was playing left wing as well. Basically playing left wing again.
If Talk Sports start to criticize him, if Talk, he is a left back, but he was in a position of the left wing. When you are getting criticized by Talk Sport, both English national team, you're doing something wrong.
For sure.
On the team sheet, he was left back, but if you watch the game, he was picking up left wing positions. There was a few moments where he was
even Rashford, same. He was.
Oh, fair play. Big up, Pato. Let me just go through the rest of this.
Go ahead.
And big up Dinishan saying Poch's a coward and will not drop Chilwell and Silva. Well, he will dig his own grave if that's the case, my friend.
Exactly.
And big up to Rigo Part saying owners shift us to a young team too quickly. Not buying over 25 is absurd. Feels like they're more interested in a profit-making enterprise versus a cup-winning club. And Poch is shocking so far. But brother, this is the thing. Your last sentence has answered everything else before that. Poch, because he is the one who is fucking up the squad. If the system was fine,
I agree. We have a young squad, but the young squad. Every time you bring up the young squad, the biggest problem with young squad is the only one. Look, you can everything based on the history. Rigo, Young squad. What's the biggest thing you hear when you have a young squad? Young squad don't win the titles. We're not trying to, but one thing young squad can do is win games, individual games. By not consistent. Young squad is not consistent. Arsenal last season was the youngest squad in the league.
I was about to bring that.
Let's pretend they challenged for the league. You see what I'm saying? But they're a young team.
Exactly.
So my problem is it's not the young team the problem at this moment. The ownership is definitely not the problem in this moment. The problem is Mauricio Pochettino has decided to play system he hadn't played in any teams that he previously coached consistently.
Yep.
I'm also glad you brought up Arsenal, because I was about to say, like, if you go back and look at their team last season, their two oldest players that got consistent minutes were Partey and Xhaka. Xhaka, who most of the fan base wanted out, and Partey, who's injury prone and who also has had to change his position slightly this season to accommodate the other guys they've bought. Apart from that, they had Jorginho, who barely played, El Neni barely played, Turner, same, Trossard. Like, their oldest player after those two that got consistent minutes was Zinchenko at 25. They have a young squad. The difference is, as Alex said, it all comes back to, he has a point of what he said earlier when it comes to, like, its mentality. Like, you can have young players, but if they have the right mentality, look at Haaland. My man's what, 22? And his mentality is that, or 21, whatever he is. And his mentality is that of like a 20.
That guy can get, that guy mentality is so big, he can get woman pregnant, just look at her. That's good.
That's the thing, and it's like, and it comes back to it. It's like Dinesh kind of mentioned it. Arteta went in there and bought young players. Like, look at the players he shifted on from, whether that be Leno in goal, went and bought a younger goalkeeper in
Aubameyang.
And guess what?
He got rid of Aubameyang, Socrates. I'm trying to think of all the others.
You know what's even, Scott, you know what's even matter? When he went to the summer transfer market, he replaced those older players at Arsenal. Xhaka, who was the biggest influencer last season, he replaced him with the other older players, saying that, like, oh, we need the old, you know, we need experience, we need the mentality. And I'm telling you, man, I don't see them playing fluid. Like, they're not playing well. Arsenal won 4 games. They get the 3 points. I give him that.
Yeah, because he changed his style, didn't he? Well, not the style, he changed the thing.
It's not the same the way they played last season.
They inverted the left back last season. This season they started with Partey, didn't they? Trying to invert.
No, they did the same. It's just the personnel change. Like, they're trying to do a similar sort of thing.
Oh, is that an empty vessel speaks aloud, Rodrigo? You want to say something to me?
What? Wait, what?
Did you comment? Did you comment at something on me saying empty vessels? What?
What?
Oh, do I bring it?
No, bring it up.
Yeah. I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
That's the time when I blocked your ass.
Bring it up. Because it doesn't make sense.
Oh,
just
exactly.
No. I want to know.
I'll have a look.
Yeah. Please.
While he's doing that, go back to what I was saying. Like, with what he's done as well, he replaced some of the guys in terms of, like, he replaced Xhaka with Rice, who's younger, 5 years younger than him. Rice is 24 currently. I'd say he's better. But also, like, he replaced him. He brought Havertz in young. He bought, even last season, you go back to some of the depth pieces they brought in. Obviously, it was Jorginho, but brought in Kivior as a backup. Brought in Timber this season's 22. Like, he's gone young.
Brought in Odegaard, Scott. No, he's young.
Odegaard, who's their captain.
All young players. Like, this excuse people coming up with is bullshit.
And I was going to say, it's like, it's not the fact that they're young, it's the fact that mentally they're not there.
They're young. No, the difference is, the young players that we have don't even have. If you compare the young players at Arsenal, you the ones that you mentioned, look how many professional games they've played compared to ours. Yeah, we have players that barely played 100 games at a professional level.
Like who?
Mudryk.
Like Mudryk.
Who?
Mudryk, for example.
You said players with an S, so I assume you can.
Okay. No. All right.
Keep going.
So let's go through the players that we've.
Name the young players we have that don't have experience.
Did you find Lewis? Because I cannot find it. Yeah. That's the one.
Oh yeah, empty. Yeah, because you make a lot of noise. Yeah. Because you're saying Balak. You're talking. Exactly. Yeah.
Why you started?
No, I'm not starting. Yes, empty
Yeah,
vessel.
you
Make the loudest noise. Yeah, you're an empty vessel. Yes.
Well, hold the block then.
Yeah, I don't care. Yes, I
Yeah.
don't care if you block me. What? So
Nah, I ain't having that experience.
Yeah,
Bullshit. I ain't having that shit.
No.
He's an empty
I was
vessel.
about to let you talk, but I ain't letting that. I'm not that experienced.
Joey, are you Alex's lawyer? He's an empty vessel. He's making a lot of noise.
I mean,
No
if
problem.
you guys want to argue about that, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about here, but that's fine.
Yeah. By the way,
Joe,
with all the people that did that, I proved that the Balak was not Chelsea's greatest, even on the list of the midfielders. So hold that, empty vessels. Go door dashing.
Going back to our I get Rodrigo's point. I've just looked. There are a few players that don't have 100 appearances. Like there's actually quite a few, which is worrying, including a lot of our attackers.
So all of a sudden, 100 is the magic number. Now, when you reach 100, you what's that?
No,
like
no,
a video game. See, y'all make this imaginary.
no,
line
I asked
there.
how many years and how many years.
You know, in the
It's the
video
fact
game,
that-
there's a level. Like when your player reaches 100, then
No,
he gets.
no.
What are you talking about?
No, it's not that. It's not that. I'm saying
Bro,
our young
every
players
young
haven't
player
played.
we have can play.
Rodrigo,
they
where
can
did
play,
where
but
did
they haven't
Martinelli
played.
get his experience?
They haven't
Rodrigo,
played
where did
enough
Martinelli get
professional
his
games.
Where did Martinelli get his experience? Where
At
did he
Arsenal.
get his Where did he get his experience?
Who?
Where did
Who?
Martinelli get his
At
Rodrigo?
Arsenal.
Where did Martinelli
Under
Where did
Arteta.
Martinelli get his experience?
By playing games, yes, of course.
Where
At
though?
Arsenal.
Okay, then. So why are we talking about this? Because we just brought these players in and they're not even getting a chance to play.
He's 4 games
What are we
in,
talking about?
Joey. He's
Experience.
4
Play
games
wait.
in. He's 4 games in. Jesus
Exactly. That's my point as well. We're 4 games in and we're not getting a chance to see some of these people.
You will
any
see
of these.
You will
Okay.
see them.
That's all I'm. That's all.
I am getting tired of this idea of we will, of this idea of hope, because that's all.
Yeah, if you don't see
it
them,
is.
Something that
No, but maybe hope's the wrong word. This idea of this dopamine and this copium, that's the better phrase of like, this is going to happen. Of like, we said
It
that.
depends what kind of drug you like.
We said that for months about Tuchel. Oh, we're going to change to a back four when he has his players. We never did. And the times we did, we looked like shit. The times we did, we looked like shit most of the time when we played it anyway. So we really matter.
Look,
We
the
kept
fact that
saying-
there's people defending
correct.
Scott, it's madness. You know why? Okay, forget about the Ukrainian Bolt. Forget about him. We don't have no other wingers, right? Can play on the left side, but Chilwell.
Yeah, the only person we can play over there is Chilwell.
Exactly. Like
Matson,
some
Palmer,
people,
Sterling there,
The only
Madueke on the
person.
right.
Chilwell's the only guy. The only
instead
solution
of
we got.
instead of being empty vessel, learn how to row.
Empty vessels. Oh my god.
But
Learn how to row.
I mean,
Row,
all right.
row,
So,
row the
so
boat.
Madueke played left wing the entire time. Madueke played left wing. Madueke played left wing the entire.
I think my guy don't know what name vessel is.
Joey, go on.
Madueke played left wing the entire time. The entire U21.
Oh, I
Youth
want an
World
explanation of
Cup.
what's the
The
empty vessel means.
entire time.
Yep.
He plays right wing as well. So, and Sterling can play left wing. We just signed Cole Palmer. He looked fit. He was fit enough to play for Manchester City, so he should be fit enough to fucking start for us. I'm sorry, plain and simple. He should have been fit enough to play. I'm not having this. I just gave you three examples outside of Mudryk that you could play at left wing.
When we played
Joe, here's the fact that there's people like this with fucking analogy of the vessel, and the guy over here in the chat saying it's a poor planning. It's madness. You know why? Because we had the 2 number 10s the way we played before. We had 2 for the position. How many more 10s you want? In the team that plays 3 competitions this season, which won pretty much once a week, we had 2 10s. What are the odds both of them got injury?
This is what I was saying.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? Look, this is hold on. Let me finish. For this position, You don't play 10s because all of a sudden you have overloading squad. We saw what happens last season. Now, okay, we changed. We got injuries in the number 10. Fact. That's nothing changed. We need the formation that not use the number 10s. What should we do? Playing with wingers.
In the middle.
Through the middle. Here's my thing. In what world you realize that you have a problem, but you're fixing the problem with the problem that you created on your own? You like one game, Liverpool, I'll give it to them. It's overdid it. We play well based on how threat Liverpool is on the wings. That's a good move. That's a tactical adjustment.
You wanted a double Salah. That was the idea.
Exactly.
You wanted a double Salah. Okay, I get it.
We go into what's his name? Who we play? West Ham next, right? West Ham. We played well in the first half. We played well. We created everything, but we still struggle on the left side, and it was obvious that it was struggle on the left side. You did not make adjustment. Then you went on the left. You went to Luton, and you thought that that's the game that we. No. What's the other FA Cup game or Wimbledon? Yeah. You thought that's what should be example that keep going forward with same thing? No, you went to Luton then. We did not play, how you say it, creatively wise, but we finished. We finished our food. We finished those chances that we created. That whole 4 games that we played did not show me that no matter how it is, Chilwell is good on the left wing.
No matter what.
Not a single one. Well, Liverpool won. But after that, it was none.
What pisses me off, what's annoying as well, or not annoying, but what I want to kind of highlight as well is, regardless of what you think of them as players, how good they are, whatever, we got rid of 3 wingers this summer, all with more Premier League experience, that quote-unquote Premier League experience, than the guys we brought in. And I think every single person on this panel wanted all 3 of them gone for varying reasons. None of us complained. In fact, I think some of us even wanted them gone because it would mean the likes of Mudryk, Madueke, etc. get more game time. I would have any of those 3 wingers we sold currently in this team over Chilwell.
But do you know what's even more worrying is we all said when Poch come in that he's good at working with youngsters, right? And he clearly doesn't fancy any of them youngsters to play on the left, so he plays a left back. And I know it's only 4 games in its early days, but he clearly doesn't fancy a Mudryk on the left. He can move Noni to the left. He obviously doesn't trust them like he trusts a left back in left wing, if that makes sense. So that's worrying.
We have a history with Poch. At least it's not like a manager that we don't know. Poch has a history. Like when he went to Spurs, when he went to Southampton, he takes his time to integrate players in. Like a song.
Yeah, but we're not Southampton, Rodrigo. He hasn't.
No. That's what I'm saying. I need to give you an example because we.
Go on.
He's not like a new manager that we don't know. He doesn't have a track record with working with young players. All these blah blah blah. All these.
History to put a defensive player in attack.
For instance, with Poch here, in his first season at Tottenham had a big changeover in squad. Something like 29 players left, and he brought in a group of young players. Heung-min Son, even I think he was contemplating leaving Tottenham, for example, because he wasn't getting played. Harry Kane wasn't getting played as much, but over time he embedded them. I think that's the way he is. He takes his time.
That's not the problem we have with Pochettino. I don't understand why.
About the left winger.
The problem is he still did not misestimate the player. He did not misestimate the player. He did not put the player in different position at any other club. He did not use any of. He did not start or use the players from other position and put them in the different positions. He didn't.
We got Cole at left back.
He's putting square pegs in round holes.
My question is though, if we're not trusting Mudryk now, then when are we going to start to trust Mudryk? Like,
I don't think he's going to.
I'm gonna be honest. I said it in the group chat the other day. He needs a loan.
I'm sorry, I don't want to say it, but he's shocking.
If I was Mudryk, I will go on loan in December.
Go on a loan. Yeah. I said
January.
I said in the group chat.
If this is continuous, fuck this. I'm going.
Send him on an 18-month loan somewhere. Like send him on an 18-month loan.
I think a loan in another Premier League team would do him good.
He's not. Chloe, I hate to break it to you. He's not starting for another Premier League team. I don't see
But
where
I
he
don't
starts.
get how we expect him to come to Premier League.
Oh, he would.
But
He
I
would.
don't understand how
I
we
don't
can
see it,
make
apart
him
from Burnley.
fit for the Premier League if we're not gonna put him on loan at least somewhere in the Premier League. Like, otherwise we may as well just kept him at Shakhtar for a few years.
Probably should have done, but
Yeah, I think Mudryk for me,
I mean,
when I
that's not
watch
even
him
a
play,
terrible idea.
he plays like an 18-year-old academy player that I think like there's a lot of.
Yeah, but he's 22.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's 22, but he plays like an 18-year-old
he's
academy.
going to be 23 in January.
Yeah,
December.
he's got a lot of like. It reminds, someone made a good parallel to Mo Salah when we got Mo Salah when he was 22. You know that he was a bit raw. He's a bit because Salah, when we signed him from Basel, he had a decent-ish Champions League group campaign and Europa League. That's how we signed him from Basel. He wasn't really that good. If you remember watching him back then, he was just a speed merchant. Sometimes he'll run past the ball, he leave the ball behind him. His touch was off, but suddenly he went to Italy and refined his game. Maybe Mudryk, I think with Mudryk, let's just sending him on loan is a bit too much. I think we just keep him, start him. Don't the thing that Poch need to do, stop bringing Mudryk when the game is in a negative state. Young players, usually when the game is like we lose.
I agree with that.
Even when he brings him on, he plays him as a 10. He's not. He can't play in that position.
By the way, I just want to go back to the conversation we had about Spurs.
If we're losing, don't bring him at all. Bring him if we're winning. If we're losing, don't bring him. Because young players usually, because they want to impress so much, they don't have that. Sometimes when you 1-0 down, you need to compose. You need to calm down, try to open different solutions. But they're too young.
You're putting the kid in a situation where he has to feel like he has to be the hero.
Exactly.
And he doesn't have
You know
to
what?
be the hero.
You know what, Joey? I don't think it's sorry to interrupt. I don't think it's not just on a club level. Did you watch the game, the Ukraine game? Did you hear?
No,
the cheers?
I didn't. I've been avoiding. I've been playing football
I think
all
the
week.
Ukraine game
Go and listen to the cheers from the Ukraine fans every time he picks up the ball. I clocked this last night. I don't know whether it's intentionally or not, but the Ukraine fans and just Ukraine football have put this guy on a pedestal.
Boy, isn't he?
I was gonna say,
yes,
exactly. Similarly to what Brazil fans did with Neymar. The difference that I think between the two is the mentality thing, where it's like Neymar embraced it.
He did not start well for Barcelona first year. There was the same issue.
I mean,
Barcelona fans wanted him out.
But Alex, I'm saying the difference is in terms of the way they
Why
play.
are we comparing this dude to great players?
It's more because of
Jimmy,
I'm looking
Jimmy,
at the scenario in the situation.
Dude,
it's not a
It's not about. It's not even about the player. It's not even about the player.
Neymar was going to be
not
great when he was 15. Mudryk dropped out of the fucking sky.
Jimmy,
it's not.
When
the
Vinicius
level of
was 15, people was like, he's going to be
not
a real
compare. We compared the players. We compared the situation.
I'm not. Yeah, exactly. It's the
That's
situation
exactly
in
what
terms
we're
of
doing. We're not.
he was put by Brazil fans.
Comparing the player, we're comparing the situation.
Exactly. He was labelled. Neymar was labelled straight away as he's the successor to Ronaldinho. He is the spiritual successor to Ronaldinho straight away. You're right. But we saw that from Santos. We saw in terms of when he went to Barcelona, there was a massive thing, and he was put on there by Brazil fans. With Ukraine fans, from what I saw yesterday, it's the same thing. He's the only player. Every time he gets the ball, the crowd immediately is up on their feet every single time, even though he's not really doing much.
For the excitement for
He's
something
been put on a pedestal as their star boy, and that's what I'm saying. Is like, and
By the
instead
way,
of being like Neymar, when Neymar, what I was gonna say is Neymar embraced it.
He's not Neymar. He was never even. No, Neymar is
Alex,
technically different.
Let me finish, and then you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Neymar embraced it in terms of he took that in, all of the praise, and he got an ego, and as we've seen, it's kind of gone too far. But whereas Mudryk, he looks like he's diverted into his shell. Instead of embracing it, he looks like he's overawed by it all. He looks like he doesn't really know. He looks like he doesn't belong there. Like, not in a sense of he's a bad footballer, but in terms of he looks just completely out of his depth. And that's what I'm saying. Instead of
I 100% agree with you. I just think we using when we compare, like everybody jumps, oh, Neymar, it's funny. We're not comparing Neymar. By the way, if you wanted to stylistically on the eyes, he reminds me more of the way Ronaldo plays on a wing. The way, what's his name? He's faster than Ronaldo, but what I'm saying, like in the beginning, he reminds me of Salah when Salah was at Chelsea. He reminds me even of Vini when Vini first at Real Madrid. Because he was a bum. In the first year, he was a bum. I don't care what you're saying.
4 years younger.
Yeah. That's all it is. What I'm saying is Brazil is a higher level of the league. Brazil is way higher level of the league than Ukrainian league. So that's what we need to be comparing to. It's not the years. Again, I'm not compare player by the years. I'm comparing player by situation. Somebody comes from somebody else. They not adjusting the time based on mentality. The talent is there. I saw it. I know some people don't. The talent is there.
Yeah, but Alex, also the thing with Mudryk, his number one attribute, is pace. But that's also the thing that fucks his game up because you don't know how to use that pace.
I don't think you watched him enough to actually say that.
This is revisionist.
He don't use his pace properly. Let's be real, he doesn't. I know it's all right.
Yes.
He was score goals. He did everything.
He does everything too fast for me. Like everything's a million miles per hour.
Mudryk don't do anything.
The reason why he does all that.
He would miss sitters. He would hesitate, but he made the right passes. He beat men. He beat players. He just.
By the way, when people saying that he's not, the guy said that you compared.
Vinny was trash his first year.
Yeah,
he only couldn't score. Every other part of the game, you could see.
No. I remember Vinny.
You can't see nothing with Mudryk. Nothing.
Anyway,
you're going a totally different way to what I'm telling you. All I'm saying is that Vinny was awful.
His output.
He was awful.
His output. He didn't look. You can see aesthetically what he can bring. His output wasn't there. But he was. You saw why he was on the pitch. I can't even see why Mudryk is on the fucking pitch. He literally.
I want to answer Mark. I want to answer Mark's tweet. Somebody, I think, is yelling. That's why he writes in the capitals. Someone explain to me what are Mudryk talents. I'm assuming he wants to know that. The number one. You want to answer? Yeah, I thought she was going to say something. If you don't know what Mudryk's talent is, okay, it's my eye test. The number one is pace. Number one, it is his ability is the pace. He's not a weak person. He's the power. He uses his power. The problem is he uses a high center of gravity. Number two, if you don't think number three, if you don't think he has technical abilities, you did not watch him. You did not. I didn't watch the game after game, but I saw the things that he can do even at Chelsea shirt as a technical player in the tight spaces against Liverpool when they first came. And that's remind you, that's summer vacation for them. He didn't come. They have a winter transfer window. That season stops. That's is his first touch is number 4. His talent. He can use. If you have a proper winger, he understands the game and he understands the runs. He's intelligent enough to use the runs in his ability. Remember how many times we have the player that constantly offside. If you don't realize that that's a talent, not to be offside, if you play in that kind of position, I don't know. For me, it's a talent.
I mean, you can't.
He's a really good passer. He is a really good passer.
The thing is you can't really utilize a guy. Let me land this. Let me land this though. You can't really utilize a guy with his pace if you're down 1-0 or 2-0, down 1-0, bringing him on because everybody's gonna be sitting back anyway. So you can't really utilize a guy to get the ball over the top on a counter when a team is just sitting back the entire time when they're up 1-0. Like, and that's pretty much every single situation that Mudryk's been in. Is we're down and he comes on and he has to play against a low block. Yes, he's not good enough to be able to do that right now. Okay, and I'm okay with saying that.
Why?
His actual attributes are not being utilized. Period.
Mark responded to me.
when
I saw
Vinny
this.
when Vinny got a consistent run of games, okay? When Vinny got a consistent run of games, what they would do is try to utilize his pace on the counter. That's what they do currently. But they gave him a run of games, and that's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying that he's going to come good. I don't know if he's going to come good. I don't even know if the kid is good. But I can see he got some pace, and if we're going to utilize that pace, you're going to have to use it on the counter.
Let me
That's
ask
all.
you this question now. If Mudryk look in practice like how he looks in the games, are you putting him in your 11?
Do we know
over Chilwell? Over Chilwell, yes.
In your scenario, no, you're right.
Because the training argument could also be used to say why Mount and Havertz were starting every week.
Of all the managers who had him,
it goes both ways.
None of them, even when they wasn't, the people who wasn't playing Chilwell wasn't playing him. So if he looks this trash, how he looks in games, in practice, what exactly would be their motivation to go, you know what? I'm going to give him a shot. Like what?
Hold on a second, Scott. Hold on. I got to ask, Mark answered me. He said, Alec, if that's a technical ability for you, I'm sorry for you, man.
I'm not talking.
Why are you sorry for me, man?
I'm talking about what we're seeing. If he looks like shit in the game, I'm not going to jump and be like, well, he must look good in practice. No, he looks like shit in the game.
I was going to say, it ain't even that, though. It's for me, and I asked this to someone in, I think it was maybe it's in the Sarcasm City group chat, and they agreed with me. Joey, the 11 comes out against Bournemouth. You can pick the 11. Who you put in left wing out of everyone we had? Everyone we have.
Mudryk.
Yeah, either
Matson or Palmer or
Mudryk.
And that's the thing is, like, I want Mudryk to play and get game time, but I can't sit here and say that he deserves to play or should play over Matson. I can't sit here and say that he should play.
Well, Matson.
I will
still prefer see a winger play more games than
Matson played there. Matson played at wing, played there for Burnley. Matson
I guess my question for you is
on the left and Matson on the right.
I guess my question for you is, Scott, is this, right?
Even so, it's still every other option we have at left wing, bar who we're actually playing at the moment, is more enticing to me and looks better than Mudryk.
I think the problem with the problem with situation. Hold on a second. The problem with situation, it's not about like, look, I don't care if Mudryk doesn't start. But I have the same problem if you put Matson there too. It's still not left winger. I'd rather because we need somehow we need the wingers to get time to play, right? So for fuck's sake, start the wingers to play. Even I don't care if it's not Mudryk. I want the wingers to play in a wing position. Give me time. Give time to what's his name? Madueke.
Yeah.
Like I don't care as long as it's because especially if you're gonna put the center back play a left back.
And not even that, Scott. Not even that. It's more the fact of this, right? It's more the fact of this. Like when we're playing against like Luton, for instance, right? Like, or even the cup game, like for him not to even play, if we're not trusting him in the Premier League game, like the bigger Premier League games, he can't play against Luton. He can't play against we played Diego Moreo over there, who ended up getting loaned out, if I'm not mistaken. Like we can't play Mudryk there and get in that game, see if he can get some form. Like this is my issue is like we're insisting on playing where we're wasting time, in my opinion. That's the way that I'm thinking about it.
My biggest problem is I don't think it's the winger problem. I think it's Pochettino problem.
Yeah, these guys need time on the pitch. That's my thing.
Because if Mudryk doesn't train well, what happened to Madueke? He's not training well. Matson doesn't train well. Yeah. One of the three trains well.
I agree that someone needs game time of one of the wingers that we have out there. It's just I think of all the wingers we have, Mudryk in terms of what he's offering to this team. From what we've seen, I'll caveat that much. From what we've seen, I would say it's bottom of the list. Unfortunately,
it's
right
fine.
now.
It's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm not here like super defend Mudryk, bro. Like that's not what I'm here.
The same thing.
I did go and have a look just to see what Rodrigo said earlier about like the ages. Oh, you might have been a bit wrong about that. Would you like me to read out who played the most minutes?
Oh, that empty vessel was saying.
This is the season he joined, by the way. This is not 2-3 seasons down the line. This is the season he joined. Their second most minutes played was Eriksen, who was 22. Fourth was Harry Kane, who was 20 and was their top goal scorer that season. Lamella's sixth at 22. Dyer's below him at 20. Bentaleb's below him at 19. Then Rose at 23. Mason's a couple down at 23.
Yelling out shit, making shit up.
And this is again, I'll reiterate. This is not 2-3 seasons down the line. This is the season Pochettino joined as manager.
Where's he at? Where's Rodrigo?
Hey, how many minutes Son play?
Oh, he's door dashing again.
Son wasn't there.
I said Son.
Son wasn't there. The first season that he joined, Son wasn't there.
When Son joined. I was talking about
when
Son.
He joined?
Yeah.
What does Son have to do with the age of the players?
No, it's not that. You see? You shout.
No, it is that.
No.
That
Jimmy,
was what you brought up.
Can you
when
hear
he
my
first
point?
got there,
My point. No, that's not my point. My point was, Jimmy, no, don't get frustrated. Just hear me out. My point was when Son joined Tottenham, he didn't play as many minutes because Poch was easing Son in. That was my point. That was my point. You mean Son, when he joined Tottenham, he didn't play as many minutes because
Did he use the left back to put in the left wing so he will save him to slowly join him in the team?
Well, that's a different question. I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about Son in particular.
But you use the same logic to defend Pochettino's Mudryk or Pochettino's Chilwell.
You know this shit recorded, right?
I am not defending Pochettino.
No, that's not why you brought up Poch first. It was not to mention Son. We were talking about him playing, giving the young players a chance. And you was like, no.
I was talking about
first season, he integrated them slowly. That's why Scott went and looked and see who played. That's why he's coming back saying,
the young players
played all the minutes. They played the minutes.
Yada,
you bumble clod. You was wrong, bro.
My point, Scott, again, Scott, with that list that you got,
Yes.
You look at the summer that Tottenham had, look at the average age on that team. They were all young anyways. That's what I was talking about, how he had a young
wow. And what is our team?
It's exactly the same
team. Kindergarten FC?
Young.
So play the young players.
He will play them. Give him time. He's only 4 months in.
Oh, man, fuck you about giving. You give him time.
You are willing to give Graham Potter time. Come on,
I wasn't willing to give shit.
You are willing to give Graham Potter time.
Oh, man, fuck you. You full of shit. Your point got disproven.
No. My point
Somebody said something about empty vessels.
Yeah, Rodrigo, you are kind of like
you was the fucking
been proven wrong here.
You said didn't play the young players right away. And Scott came and proved to you the young
but
players.
There was no young players. There was no old players in that Tottenham team anyways.
There were. No.
Then what was your point, Rodrigo? What was your point?
Oh, yes, there was. There was old players. Oh, trust me, there was old players.
Yes, Danish.
There was old players, man. Like Federico Fazio was 28, not getting minutes, bro.
And Soldado was there, wasn't he?
Who was there?
Roberto Soldado, wasn't he there, the striker?
He was indeed. Yep, that 24. Actually, yeah. Let me go back to that first season. Sorry, I'm on the second season. Which, by the way, just to go back to Rodrigo's point. So Son played 1,900 minutes.
That's the loser.
And
1,900 minutes.
Yeah, but Dele Alli, who was 19, played 3,300 minutes that season. Was their 6 most minutes.
So old players played, Rodrigo.
Scott, I think he's been buried.
No.
What?
Soldado played. He played 1,700 minutes, 29. He played less minutes than Townsend in the squad. You had Yunus Kabul, 28, making no minutes.
Kabul, yeah.
You had Adebayor, played less than 1,000 minutes, 30 years old. Ryan Lennon, 27, 100 minutes.
Can you pass me one of those donuts, bro?
Rodrigo, I like you, bro, but you've messed up
here. I'm going to be completely honest. There are.
Is anybody is
Alex,
Rodrigo
Alex,
losing a
again,
Wi-Fi signal or something all of a sudden?
Again, no, because I was listening.
Alex, before you go, hang on. No, hang on. There are.
I have
1,
nothing
2,
to say,
3,
Scott. You
4,
can go.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 14 players in their squad in his first season that played over 2,000 minutes. Would anyone like to guess how many were over the age of 25?
Go on, Rodrigo.
2.
of those 14, 4. One was a goalkeeper.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but so you have your evidence there. So he will play the young players then. Give him time.
Shut up, bitch!
He has a track record.
Why is he not doing it now?
Young players time. There you go.
Why is he not doing it now?
No. He has a track record of doing it, so he will do it. He's done in the past. So there you go.
Can I ask you a question, Rodrigo?
He has a track record of giving young players minutes. Therefore, he will give him time. The young players have there's another context here. Another context is here. Mudryk missed preseason, hasn't trained. Mudryk was injured.
Nobody cares about that. He's been playing.
Yes. No.
It's gonna be the December. You're gonna be talking about. But Mudryk didn't play preseason. Shut the fuck up.
No. Listen, if he carries on like this, I don't mind if he gets signed. He doesn't pay me. Do I look like Poch agent or Poch lawyer? I'm not his lawyer. If he get fined, he get fined.
Rodrigo, I've got 2 questions to ask you. Number one, as Taha's made a good point, did Pochettino have a habit of playing a left back and left wing at Tottenham?
That's what Alex said earlier, yeah.
No.
That would be no. Can I ask you a question? Did Tuchel have a habit of playing a 4-3-3 at both Dortmund and PSG before he came to Chelsea?
Yes.
No. What?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Did he?
What formation did we play basically? What formation did we play basically his entire time at Chelsea?
3-4-3.
3-5-2.
And hang on. But I thought we just said that his track record was playing 4-3-3.
But it's too cool. It's too cool the same as Poch.
No, one is German. You're right. One is German. One is Argentinian. Remember, where's the World War II? After World War II, where Germans end up?
Hold on, Alex. You want us?
Scott is dying, bro. Scott, you good, bro?
I'm trying to understand the question.
His track record we could work with, but Tuchel track record, fuck that.
Exactly. You're discrediting one and going for one.
Right now is Pochettino German descent.
It's the same argument that Jimmy made earlier, or Alex made earlier about like the interviews thing. You can't like listen to some interviews and discredit others. You got to like listen to all of it. Like this is what I'm saying. Like we can go off track record, but I kept banging that drum about Graham Potter last season about his track record. Guess what his track record meant? Fuck all. I'm not doing it again. I did all of that bullshit last season.
Potter's track record was quite minimal, isn't it? He only had Brighton and
his record was developing young players and playing an attractive brand of football.
But a small club. This guy got
that small club into kind of what it is now.
PSG is small. PSG is small.
So hang on. In comparison to Chelsea, would you not say that Spurs is a small club?
But Spurs
and Southampton. And Southampton, by the way, as well. What did Poch do when he got to a big club where there were egos?
No, you know what's funny?
Won the league.
Did Poch? What did
with
Poch
the worst ever points per game total? I think they've ever won a league title with.
No, I don't.
Hold on a second. Did Poch change his system at PSG?
No.
Yes, actually, he did.
I think he played a back three, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did to accommodate the players they
Messi,
had in
Mbappe, and Neymar. Yeah,
to accommodate the players.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it should be a sign, but we move.
If on a bomb game, then he can go.
Rodrigo, you've lost this one, bro. Just give up.
Hansi Flick is free.
Empty vessel. Can I ask the question? What's the empty vessel means now?
You are the empty vessel. You are the lead.
No, can you explain it to me? What's empty vessel?
You are the definition of it. You are the walk-in definition.
Today is full of shit.
You don't even know what you're saying. You probably sold that empty vessel somewhere, like somebody had those weird kids on Instagrams, like use the live
you're the one that
sentence.
didn't know what it meant because you got angry, you blocked it.
For me, it's insult. Empty vessel, it's an insult.
Insult. It's the same way you call your dog now, whatever, blah blah blah, shit you make up. It's nothing. I never blocked you.
Oh.
Yeah, you got into your
I
feeling
did
like
though. I did though.
You got into your feeling like a little girl. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't get paid because you. Jesus, you got into your feeling like a little girl. That's it. It's fine. It's
Yo. That's a little bit way too far. Let's not do that.
All
because
right.
you will discover how vessel becomes full in a minute.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question, Rodrigo. Rodrigo.
Shots fired.
Ask your question. You eagle in disguise. You eagle in disguise.
On your own.
You got a howler today. Howler. That was like snatch and grab from the other day. Yeah, this was just snatch and grab. Just relax, hold your L. 30 minutes till kickoff, NFL kickoff. All my NFL fans, we got 30 minutes. I'm fucking over here. I'm shaking like a kid on Christmas. I'm so excited.
And I'm shaking like I give a fuck.
Yeah. We can shake like Pumbaa and Timmy.
Pumbaa. By the way, when he took a selfie with freaking Makaleli, I swear to God, I thought it was a homeless man. I thought he was trolling, I thought he was trolling like people like.
Makaleli didn't go to the barber or nothing.
Oh my word, that picture looks so weird with his selfie with people.
I thought, you know what? First I thought it was a Sean Wright Phillips in that sense.
Oh, Sean Wright Phillips. Oh
Giants. I'm a Giants fan since 1985.
I said Sean Wright Phillips.
I think I'm going to NFL watch along.
It does look like him, but he looks like a homeless man, I swear, man.
That don't look
Sean
like
Wright
my
Phillips
legend,
like 20 years older.
like my legend.
Ramirez looked proper.
Jimmy, if you want to do a watch along, I'll do one with you, bro.
Yeah, I think I might. You know what I mean? Start doing my NFL watch alongs. My Giants.
Hey, if you are, we'll redirect to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
I used to play running back at uni.
You play football, American football?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, for my uni.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
I was running back. That's probably
What
why
college? What college?
Too much.
No,
What college?
Yeah, I went to uni. Yeah.
In US or UK?
Okay. What? Yeah, I didn't get that. What did you say?
I said, what uni did you go to? US or UK?
Yeah, UK, Reading.
They have a football over there?
Yeah.
American football in the UK?
It's
What? Fuck that shit, man.
Oh, they go there 2 times a year now.
Yeah, they got schools, they got camp, they got everything.
American football in the UK.
The NFL goes there 2 times a year now.
Yeah, that's like Beckham go to LA Galaxy. He means shit if they going over there.
Alex, everything starts like this. It always has
No,
to
I know
start
it
like
starts.
this.
I'm still saying.
The interest in UK is so high. It's only a matter of time.
I'm not disagreeing with you. It's a different about interest versus actual playing.
We had.
I mean, how far from rugby is it?
Remember,
Really?
NFL football is a tough game. It's
All
about
the
tough
shin
games.
guards in the world, man. That's how far.
England motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The one thing about
People want to
European men,
less people
it's
want to
tough
get
as fuck.
injured. You do football in that sense. Like
Yeah.
you get injured,
So,
hella in
we had an
rugby.
If you play rugby, you could play football.
Yeah,
That's actually hard. That's actually hard. There's
He was our
only
best
one player that made it, and he wasn't good from rugby.
Actually, like there's like
rugby.
3 or 4 kickers in the NFL that played rugby
No,
right now.
not a non-kicker.
Well,
Remember the return
kickers.
dude that played for the Niners? He was pretty decent.
Talking about
Yeah.
The return dude. He said
No,
rugby's made for crackheads.
actually, if I'm not mistaken, there's some defensive linemen that played rugby as well.
Oh, Giants playing Cowboys, my team.
Yeah, tonight, 8:20.
Wow.
I was going to go through a few of these super chats quickly. Big up to Scotty Cadet saying, big up Chelsea, the panel, and I think that's the US flag. Ukraine had no ball possession. until we play Mudryk 90 minutes at Chelsea. It's unfair to criticise up the Chelsea. I'll say it's unfair to write off. To criticise, though, the cameos have been crap. We'll call it what it is, but we haven't put him in the right climate to actually concede two.
By the way, Ukrainian team is shit. This very bad, very bad. They have
you watch the
really
game
bad
yesterday? I
team.
didn't see it.
Yeah, for them.
No.
I
watched only portions of it. I wasn't concentrating on the game. The game was in the background. But by the way, they adjusted to get like.
Can I ask some
this
of
game
you
is
English
not to
players,
be.
some English people, some questions about this Southgate? If you were like the Tomori, or like some of these like backup center backs that are sitting on the bench. I mean, any of them really. Any of these dudes that are just sitting on the bench. Would you even accept a call up? Like even like.
Joey, it's not even just that. It's Henderson in midfield as well.
Yes, you always accept the
great
call.
example. Like if you were one of those guys, like, would you accept a call up at this point?
Joey, I'll be real. Like someone I follow on Twitter said, like, was asked the same question. I said this of like rejecting call ups. Like the first thing I'd do if I was like Tomori, if I'm eligible to, I'd see if there's a country that I can switch to. Like if, like for example, like Tammy, he's obviously played games where he can't. He's not getting. He's no chance of a call up for England. I'm immediately declaring for Nigeria because at least there's a chance of me playing. Like because obviously he looks at the Nigerian coach. Obviously,
I don't
watches other
think
leagues.
that's what
Southgate's gone after the Euros anyway, though, Scott.
I mean, Nigeria has a ton of strikers, bro. But yeah, I get you.
You say that, but like it was the first example that came to my head. But it's more of a case of like if you're playing for like a Nigeria or a Senegal or someone of that.
I mean, Tomori could play for like
you've got a chance of winning something. You've got a chance of winning something. You've got a chance of winning the African Cup of Nations like every time. You can make a World Cup fairly consistently, so you can play in the World Cup. So it still puts you on that platform. Like I'll be like some of these guys. Like if I'm not getting picked, like I'm trying to dip as quickly as possible. I'm telling Southgate to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, because
here's a great example. Someone in the chat put a great example in there. Ivan Toney hasn't played a game yet. He could switch. Probably, I think he. I mean,
no, he has come on, and Tony has played for England.
Yeah, because he was in the. I think he was in Jamaica.
It wasn't very long, so I'm not sure. It was only like 20 minutes.
You can change anytime. You can play as many games as you want for one.
Not after you.
Not at senior level.
Not after you senior cap.
You have to have made under 3 caps, I think.
Yeah.
Is it 3 or 4 caps? Like in not friendlies, but in like.
Oh, Tomori would have been playing for Canada. That would have been cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like he could go and join Canada, right? Like he could go there. He'd be their best centre back easily, comfortably.
Oh, easily. And he'll make every World Cup. They'll make every World Cup for them.
He'll make every World Cup. He's got a chance consistently of winning Nations League, Gold Cup, etc. Because like they're one of the better teams in CONCACAF. And I'd say they've got a good chance of making a World Cup every year, especially because they've changed it and made it so actually more people from CONCACAF, more teams can make it. So he is consistently.
That Canadian team's going to make the World Cup for the next 10 years, bro.
I was going to say that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, because I know obviously he's a lot worse and a lot further now, but like Ugbo did that. I think he was born in Canada or had the same thing. When he's not.
But I don't think Tomori is that good anyway. So.
I mean, he could have gone. I mean, it's not even.
Yeah, I'm with you, Alex. I'm with Alex there. I don't.
Yeah, but I think the point is, he's.
Every day.
I think the point is as well with Tomori is my man could he's played really well for AC Milan, part of a championship winning team, could potentially do it again this season, and it won't make a blind bit of difference. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
He could be the best centre back in the league, and it won't matter.
He deserves a call to his national team, and he deserves
the conversation we had before where we talked about Harry Maguire not playing and still get picked. He's still getting picked. It doesn't matter what Maguire.
But that's
Maguire is not as good as Tomori is right now. He would start for Nigeria and Canada, which would be the both 2 other teams that he would be able to go to. Like,
did anyone
see?
Did anyone see the ratings on OneFootball for the England players? I've got to read you some of these.
I don't ever check them.
Honestly,
by the way, we need to put expose one specific fan on the panel like not on the panel. Sorry,
like Jordan Henderson received an 8.4.
How?
Harry Maguire got an 8.3. Chilwell.
Wait. Before you continue, let's make sure that we clarify, right?
Who gave the
number? The higher the number,
the higher the number, the better you played.
make
Right.
sure that we're clarifying that because
Yeah,
most
the
people
height-
think like
Put the ratings.
5, kind of thing.
It's
But continue.
I think he said 1 foot app or something.
One football.
I don't know this shit.
I don't follow
Lewis,
it now.
Lewis, you can
There's an
probably check it.
idiot called Mudryk when he was walking and he was Chelsea fan. That video, that spiral.
Yeah.
I kind of wanna punch the guy.
Yeah, me too.
It's a pitch honor.
There's a video
I
of a
don't
guy
give a
doing
fuck.
what?
What was that? Yeah, I didn't hear that.
He could be a DoorDash guy who used to play football in college in Reading.
We're trying to find the video, but the guy deleted it.
What did he do? What happened?
What-
Here.
Basically, he was in the England end for the Ukraine-England match.
And
And they were all
chanting.
chanting. Yeah, and he was saying like he was trying to pretend it was for the Ukraine thing, but he's actually just pissed off with Mudryk. But we
Yeah.
also found old tweets from him where he was saying, "Oh, if Mount or Chilwell gets sold, I'm going to be fuming and all this crap." So it's
Oh
like,
shit.
yeah.
He's one of
The
them.
problem is when
He's one of
people
them.
saying,
Oh, he
when
one of them.
people-
Yeah.
my biggest problem is why you using Ukraine in the first thing when you tweet and you were slagging the guy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to see if I can find the video.
Yeah.
No, I actually saw the video. I didn't have no
No, just
problem
anyone
with
who hasn't
seeing
seen
your
it.
fucking shit, but I didn't know that he had that old. That he only doing it because of Mount and Chilwell.
The way he worded it.
That's an empty. Someone said that's an empty vessel.
Yo, I've not
Very
seen
good.
this.
That's an empty vessel. Exactly.
Yep.
I'm gonna copyright that now. I'm gonna copyright that.
You cannot even spell copy. Fucking copyright.
You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit. You're fucking
The problem was for me, it wasn't about his singing. It wasn't about the singing. It's about what he actually said it to prove himself that he was right to say it.
What are you saying,
You know what I'm
Alex?
saying?
Alex is saying about sorry.
What he used to how you say it?
He used the Ukraine-England game as his reasoning for saying why
As
he's
a
doing
reasoning
it.
for saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be a pussy.
Be a man and
That's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like it has nothing to do with Ukraine. Why? You are afraid to be cancelled?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah, just hold a little cancel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you don't do this.
Oh, he got ripped for that. The whole Chelsea fan base was onto him.
The black play in Finland. That's good.
Even the ones who
That's
don't
good,
rate
though,
Mudryk.
that
it
at
was
least
ridiculous.
people were onto him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like. I don't like to see like people like that just get away with shit like that.
Leave Mudryk alone, man. I won't leave Mudryk alone.
What's up? What's up, Ziad?
Nah, man, this Mudryk shit, man. One thing I always say about Mudryk.
Yeah. Are you from Morocco?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I was about to say prayers with.
Yeah, shut up, man.
Yeah, it's fucked.
I
But
don't,
Mudryk,
some of this stuff that y'all call abuse, y'all gotta chill, bro. It's not fucking abuse. Like, they're criticizing the player. Nobody don't know him personally. Like, and honestly, fuck Mudryk. Get a little abuse. Mudryk, no, I'm serious. Mudryk is one of them pussies. Go to the gym, and because he works out hard, he think he can laugh at the other
Look at
people in
Fatou.
the gym. That's some bitch ass shit. I don't
You talking
like
about that video that came out months
I
ago?
don't like that. I used to be a big
The
motherfucker.
Joey
I used to
Slow
weigh
video, right?
250 pounds.
Yeah,
What's up? That's not
Well,
what's
I've never
up.
seen it. I don't think I've seen any of these videos, man.
No,
Yeah, so yeah, there was.
Abuse
I was just
is
saying,
It was on
bad.
Twitter a while
it's
back.
just for context, Bobby. There was a video of, like, there's this older dude, like he's quite big, like doing the rowing machine, I think it was.
Oh, what? And Mudryk's taking the piss.
And
Wait,
there's
wait,
yeah,
let me play
That's it.
it.
Well, his crack is out.
Let me
Why
play
are you
it.
filming another
Yeah.
man's asshole? It's working out. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't like that. That's
So you see that man at the gym working hard, trying to
Oh,
better
shut up,
himself.
man.
He's a
Who's this
trainer.
guy,
Who
man?
is
He's
that?
in
Shut
an
up,
embarrassing
man.
situation.
I
with
rate
that.
this guy. I rate this
Shut up,
guy.
man.
He
Don't
decided
fucking
to
do
go
it.
ahead and take a video of it to post on social media to make fun of him, all for attention.
Is that clutch round?
Really? Pardon my language, but what the fuck is wrong with you? And you're a
There was a-
professional
there was
soccer
a-
player. You play for Chelsea in the Premier League. Is this how you want to represent yourself and your team? Let me tell you a story from about a month ago. I was at Gold's. I saw a woman in the same situation. She was on the lat pull down.
Oh my
She
word!
was a
I
little
had the same
exposed.
thing.
So I walked up to her very discreetly. I said, "Excuse me, ma'am," and I told her. She pulled her pants up and she thanked me. I'm not saying you have to do that, but you should at least mind your own business or tell his trainer. Let the trainer help him out. But what you don't do is take a video to post online for millions to see to make fun of this man. And the fact that you don't know better or want to set a better example as a professional athlete,
Mudryk out. I didn't
really?
know Mudryk did that.
You need
I've not seen that either.
mind your own business.
Do you remember?
Rewind it.
That's actually.
Sorry,
I don't
I'll
need to
put
remind you. I got it.
So you.
You're mute the audio, bro. That is
That's not even the worst thing in the world. To me, people make fun of people.
That's a pussy ass move. That's a pussy ass
I
move.
hate when people come, don't abuse music. Man, you're a football player. Just say shit. Who cares?
That happened before in the gym when I was younger and stuff like that. And there was a girl that she's heavier, and there's a kids like the college, back when I used to work at the bars.
Laughing at it and shit.
And making fun. I swear, man, when I walked her, like, you want to make you apologize to her? You make you apologize to her? Like, no, sir, no.
And
I hate those
in the
pussies.
gym,
I hate those.
filming a dude's ass crack out. Go work on your fucking step overs, you fucking idiot.
Bobby, remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember what I posted in the group chat yesterday about what Mudryk looks like? He looks like a kid, like that's just been plucked off the street and been put into a football team.
Yeah, he does.
Like he looks, like I said earlier, he looks completely out of his depth. Like he doesn't look like
talented. Don't get it wrong.
He forgets where he is, kind of thing.
Jimmy, but it's not from a talent perspective. I'm talking mentality. It looks like he's been.
I mean, that's not. Are you surprised by that, Scott? Are you surprised?
In a sense, yes.
Yes,
Why?
you should have fucking awareness, bro.
He came from where he was playing football, where basically no one was watching him, to one of the biggest clubs in the world into the Premier League. He ain't gonna. 1 second, man. He ain't gonna completely straight away adapt to how quote unquote professional he has to be.
Come from Shakhtar to Chelsea, you should know there's a fucking bigger level audience.
It's not that deep, man. It's not that deep. What are you on about? It's not that deep.
Ziad, do you know what most players do in that position then? They hire a PR team to focus on this shit for themselves. They don't do it themselves.
Yep.
The likes of Rashford, the likes of Vinny, the likes of anyone else have a PR team, whether it is members of their family, whether it's the professional team.
Well, maybe he likes to control his own social media.
Lewis.
Cool. Then, as Chloe says, he needs media training. Like, this is a guy, like this. So you're telling me, right, if he's as talented as we think he is, he's getting a move to a big club at some point. Do you not think at some level you need to then have it be either
I'm
taken
telling you, man,
yourself,
we had the media training when I was playing, man. I'm telling you that.
You was at a lower level.
Alex.
And I was a way lower level than you.
I was going to say, no, not even that, Alex. I'll go one further. I learned about media training in uni for my degree, and I'm not a footballer. I'm not professional. I just wanted to go into that thing. I learned about media training and had a bit of media training and how it works as a uni student at like 20 years old.
Well, the guy posted he's posted a couple like absurd things, but I don't know if he will change that. I don't know if he.
I'm not even mad about him posting.
1 second, man. You see what he posted the other day? Oh, you see what he posted
Actually,
the other day?
that thing at the gym, it actually pissed me off more.
No, it did piss me off, but his age and all of that, I'm cool. It make me go, you know what? At that age, I would have did that too.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that serious, man.
Like that would have been funny, but I don't want people now to be like, "Oh, don't say that to Mudryk. You're gonna hurt his feelings." Like, no. If he's able to do shit like that, he's able to take it back.
That's fine. That's fine. But you see the gym thing. That gym
people
thing.
Say shit about me. I don't care. I've had people make jokes when I had cancer and was dying. I had people who don't like me make jokes. It bothered me this much. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. Because people that don't like you are going to say bad shit about you. That's just how it goes.
That's why I respond to Empty Vessel comment. Go DoorDash.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but you see, Scott, what you posted the other day. I'm sure you've seen it. That and the gym thing. I don't think even media training will stop him from doing that. I think he just wants to give his opinion, and he's young. He's gonna fucking say what he wants to say. You don't need media training to know not to post that kind of shit.
What about the N-word?
Then what Jimmy just said, holds true. Like if you're going to if you're going to put yourself out there in these situations where you're going to act like a dick, for lack of a better term, on social media, then cool. When people are going to be a dick back, then you just have to take it.
I don't see how he's not taking it. I don't know what. Like,
By the way,
he hasn't come out with a statement saying stop
the biggest
No,
problem
we're not
is
saying, but that's the point. We're not talking about him. We talk about people out there fucking taping up.
Jimmy,
Well, fuck them, man. The poor thing is
the
Mudryk's not reacting
problem,
to it.
The biggest problem is it's the kids on social media, and especially men, pussies who have Instagram accounts. Don't give a shit. You pussy.
Everyone here has accounts.
Especially if you post the meal that you eat.
Oh my god!
And you
know
guy.
what? That's fair enough.
You know,
Sorry.
with Mudryk, yeah? Did he ever come? I don't think he came through the academy. I think he was just a TikToker, has talent, and then Shakhtar picked him up.
Don't bring stuff like I think.
Yeah, man.
Don't bring
Shakhtar signed a TikTok star, man.
He was a
You
TikTok
signed a
star.
TikTok star, you
No,
dumbass.
no, he was a TikToker. That's why I'm not quite sure. I'm not.
So you telling me he didn't play academy football?
No, he
growing
didn't.
up? They found him on
No,
the
he-
street.
No, he didn't.
Rodrigo?
No.
Yes,
That's
no, yes, he
Jimmy,
did.
yes. That's what I'm
No,
telling
yes,
you.
he did.
There's no way,
Like-
fresh, that you just get signed from fucking
No,
TikTok.
No,
no,
I'm
he's
not
wrong.
changing
No,
him
he's
for
wrong.
Santa Big Run.
He's
No
wrong.
way.
He played for three different academies.
Yeah.
Do you imagine how big his story would be if he got signed from TikTok, Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I was asking.
Why would you ask that?
Because he looks like he's never played in an academy.
Oh
Because
my
you're special. That's why you asked.
No,
that.
no, the way he plays like he's never been in an academy. Yes, he does. He
Yeah,
plays,
Vardy worked at like Nando's, bro. Vardy got
He
the
play-
best story in football
He
history.
plays like
Yeah,
he's
he
never
come through every single league of English football
Every
league he did
single league,
to win the
bro.
Premier
That
League,
dude-
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
became one of
think
the best
Mudryk
players in the
needs to-
Prem for a couple
By the way,
years, man.
when did we got the idea that if you play for academy, you still don't have a job?
Yeah,
Where
right.
is that
It
idea
depends,
from?
it depends what academy. It depends what academy. Not in the
Hold
UK.
on a
Not in
second.
the UK. Not in
Hold
the UK.
on a second. And UK, you're saying
doubt-
so you hold
I
on.
know,
Hold on.
What do you mean, hold on, man? You asked a question, let me answer. What do you mean, hold on,
I
man?
didn't ask you a question. I didn't ask you a question whatsoever.
All right, continue, bro.
Continue. So
Continue.
contract. When you sign a contract, that's when you become pro, right? That's when they allow you to pay you, right? What are you living on when you play for academy under before you pro?
Well, so if you're playing for an academy, you're most likely 17, 18, maybe even 16 years of age. So in the UK, not a lot of people have money. No one has jobs at that time. Not a lot of people go get jobs at 14, 15 in the UK. That's what I'm telling you. Especially in the UK, I've got a few friends that play for big academy players clubs. They get more than what full-time jobs people get paid.
They get
So
when they
why
get a
would
stipend.
they get a lot of money for their
That's half the trouble, though.
they get paid more than a grown-ass man who will get paid.
They're paid too much too soon.
So of course they don't. A player that plays for Brighton Academy does not need a side job. That's
So
what I said.
what age people tend to start working in the UK? The teenagers, like what age? 16? Okay.
16.
Yeah, that's pretty
Again,
good.
my
That's why I
point
said
is,
it
my
depends.
point
If
is,
Ukraine or Syria or some shit like that. Obviously, they probably need because they don't get paid as much. But in the UK, no chance.
There's a video. Okay. One sec.
yeah, I've been working since I was 12. I went and I was breaking the brick, like the
I'd rather be working since
the
5, bro.
rocks.
Different generation.
We broke the rocks in smaller pieces so we can and sell it broken ones because they come as gigantics. We use the self-made dynamites and we drilled the hole
and then break it down.
And then breaking them down.
And that was hard, wasn't it?
We are selling those pieces of
grown man work
for the foundations of the house. For the
They don't make them like that anymore, Jimmy.
Different generations, man.
Real.
Yeah.
That's different.
Oh man, I was swinging that sledgehammer, man, since I was like 12.
Yeah, no 12-year-old got a job nowadays, bro.
Yeah, he ain't telling me shit about how working and I went and had training. And I went and had training.
Different generations.
Which is not far, to be fair. It's not far because It was a down the valley at the same place. It was not far.
You
So
want to
go.
work and run down and go kick
It
2
was a
bars.
go, yeah.
It's a lazy generation now, bro.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna go through the rest of these super chats quickly. I just realized we've left a couple of people waiting. Big up Dinishin saying Arteta kept playing Martinelli and Saka after bad games. He probably gave them more starts as well. Mudryk will cook in Arsenal. Arteta coach as well. I just think he'd get more starts as a minimum. Actually, no, to be honest, I don't even think so because with Martinelli, he's not getting any game time there either. Rigo Park says, ask how Mudryk feels about himself. I don't really see
It
a
feels
lot
like
of
shit, man.
him, but
You can tell on his face.
Yeah, I don't think he feels good. Like, he's not playing well. No player don't be feeling good. Like,
maybe confidence, maybe a slight factor.
Confidence low.
JB says Mudryk was simply a PR signing. Just accept it. None of you even knew this Ute was back in January. We could have used this money better. # war tax. No, to be fair, Arsenal were heavily linked with him for months.
I mean,
I won't say no
I
one
think
knew
Everton,
who he
I think
was.
Everton were as well.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No, there's more than that. Borussia Dortmund was heavily.
Everton weren't just linked. They bid for him.
Before that,
Yeah, I mean, he scored against Madrid, and then everybody was linked with him.
He scored a great goal against Celtic in Champions
in
League.
the summertime, he was heavily linked to Germany.
Yes.
Borussia Dortmund was after him like a freaking.
He probably would cook in Germany too.
It's so Dortmund.
With all
yeah,
that goddamn
makes
space.
sense.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying about this whole thing is like the kid plays like we use him against his strengths right now. Like, that's literally what we use him for.
I don't
He's
think
against his
I don't
strength.
think he's. I think he's a touchline winger, but he doesn't play like that.
Yeah, but that's
But you can get him in behind more if you're not down 1-0. Is my point.
No,
We
I'm saying even when I see him play, like starting for Ukraine or whatnot, I don't see him touch the line as much as
You don't really have that in now, though. Touchline wingers, it's more inside forwards, isn't it?
Well, for someone that's that quick, that's that good at taking on players, he's got a good pass in him.
Yeah, I
think he should be a touchline winger.
No, but you can use him that way. Look at what it's the same because people have used this example before. Look at what De Zerbi's doing with Mitoma. He's using him the same way.
Exactly.
Same way.
If he was same.
Well, I mean, De
players.
Zerbi had Mudryk before.
Exactly.
And De Zerbi was his coach, the one that developed him to be looking. Man.
Yeah, don't worry. He'll be our coach. He'll be our coach.
Obviously, I think Mitoma has more of his game than Mudryk, but it's the way he's used. It's not necessarily like we can have debates about how they use the player, but if you use
and
him,
they still,
like, for example, I'm not going to blame Mudryk for that game where we brought him on and played him as a 10 for some fucking stupid reason. Yeah, like it was the game against West Ham where we brought him on a half.
We put him as a 10. Yeah,
but we're gonna blame. But nobody.
We played him as a 10.
But we need more experienced players. No, we need a coach that make proper subs.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And the thing with Mitoma as well at Brighton, they still able to play their style of football, didn't they?
Look, I was highly rated Pochettino. I never brought his name up because I didn't think we actually looking for him. Because the only 3 names that we looked for, and those 3 names that everybody was talking about, him was never on my list. But it didn't mean because I didn't want him. I wanted him. I thought he's better manager than all those 3 bums were at that time. But he proved me wrong. Man. So far, he's doing it the wrong way.
Yep. I agree with you 100%, Alex. I was the same way. I didn't like any of the manager options we really had.
Was it Nagelsmann, Enrique?
Like, all right.
Nagelsmann, Enrique.
Nagelsmann was like, and then I only wanted Nagelsmann because I saw that Nagelsmann could get the most out of Cucurella. Anyway. Like that was the only correlation to wanting Nagelsmann. But I didn't I didn't think that we were actually still in for Poch because I thought that but now the way that Poch has been moving, it just is some people have said it in the chat, he's just on fraud watch, dude. He's just straight on fraud watch.
I think give him till the next international break. The October international break. That will be 10 games in.
He has till October 21st.
Yeah, that's the next international break, isn't it?
No, it's not. October 21st is the day we face Arsenal, which then we have 7 games, which is our hardest run of the season. If we don't look like a team before then, we're not winning a single one of those games. That will take us up to the start of December. That's basically halfway through the season.
Exactly.
So he has till October 21st to show me something or I'm done.
And then we could be looking at another fucking Potter run if
exactly.
Mate.
He has October 21st. I best see something in every game from now to October 21st. No time. Like I said, I did that shit with Potter last season. I took all the flack from the comments
Thomas,
and right.
you wanted us to
No. I took all of that flack. I kept defending Potter and I kept saying, give it time. I talked about the suffering shit. We're not doing that again. I did that last season. And it came to nothing. I did all that last season. I gave all my energy. And all it did was show that I shouldn't have given him time because he was showing nothing.
What do you want?
Keep talking about long term all we want. No, Rodrigo. We can keep talking about long term, about 2-3 years, all we want. If you see nothing short term, it's a waste of fucking time.
What do you want from next game? Immediate short term, Scott. Next game, Bournemouth. What do you want to see?
Chilwell on the bench.
I'll tell you what I want to see. I want to see a convincing 3-4-0 win with players in their right fucking positions and a good style of play. That's what I want.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Re-attacking players at minimum.
Yes.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
I want the proper players in their positions. I don't care if you play
an attacking system.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's our system. I just think we just need another attacker. Yeah, it's just another attacker over there. Like,
you know, like all those Igladamuses saying like, "Oh, Chelsea fans will not have patience with the Pochettino." Look, I don't care.
You know what?
If you make stubborn mistakes based on what you believe versus what you could potentially do, you degraded my club. I don't care if we sack you tomorrow.
Look, I was going to say, look at what happened with Hansi Flick. Like, regardless of what you think of him now, at the time when he has won a sextuple for Bayern Munich. He's one of the I don't know if there's any other manager that's done that with Bayern Munich. He has won things. He was successful with them. Went to go manage Germany. He kept doing the same stupid shit over and over again. Kept wanting to play this three at the back inverted fullback thing. Wasn't working. Kept playing Havertz 9. Wasn't working. Where's he now? Just got sacked. It doesn't matter.
He's been sacked?
Yeah.
Just been
oh, shit. I see that.
3 hours ago.
Havertz gets another coach sacked.
I didn't know he'd been sacked. I know they got slapped
he
up.
Will get Arteta sacked because he will be the reason.
And that's the thing.
Exactly.
007.
At the end of the day, if you want to make stubborn decisions, they will come back on you. They have to work.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Pep gets away with it because of his level of talent, right? He has made stubborn decisions that have probably negatively impacted some of the club people. Look at what he did, for example. Look at what he's done with players in terms of Yaya Toure, for example, at Barcelona. Or you look at Ibra, or you look at the guys he has had arguments with. He has pushed out. It worked because
he put Kimmich, Scott.
100%. But he has managed to make it work. Look at what he's done with some players at City as well. You look at some of the players like Cancelo, talented fullback.
Champions League
wasn't working for him, and it didn't matter.
Champions League final against Chelsea. That was on him.
Yeah, Pep, he dropped
but
Rodri.
The reason why he didn't have it, first of all, because City doesn't have a big, broad fan. He also has a big credit in the bank.
Yep.
And that could be forgiven. But you don't have it, Pochettino. I'm sorry, you don't have that credit in the bank.
And that's what I was saying, Alex. People like, oh, you got to give him time. I'm like, yo, he's Spursy. Y'all keep forgetting that. Like that means something to me.
No,
even if we was winning, he was playing chill. Well, you can't really say much, can you? But
the biggest problem with me is I don't understand why he changed this. He changed it.
I'm telling you, it's in Kunku.
Look, it's not about the 10. I don't care. It's not about the 10 because I think it's the stubbornness. It's the same thing. Klopp and used his midfield too late. It's same thing with Maguire and the England national team. It's the same thing with Mount and no matter what, everybody. It's the thing that they do. They, for some reason, they believe that they can trust the player that did it before over the kid that play well, but he did not do.
Alex,
it's just sometimes
we can see it with Ten Hag at United. Look how many United fans are now on Ten Hag because of how he is not handled, because of the Sancho thing and because how he keeps trusting Anthony and how Anthony has shown nothing, but he keeps trusting him, and United fans have started to turn on that. They turn on him because of how he trusts.
That thing, what he did to Sancho, I think is wrong. I think
he threw him under the bus.
And then have you seen how the UK media has done their normal thing of trying to kill someone's character?
Yeah, they're trying to kill him, aren't they, while he's down?
Yeah, trying to destroy that man, son. I feel that is the worst thing.
This guy's done nothing wrong apart from speak out on the what he was.
Someone questioned his whole mentality.
I think. What do you expect? What do you expect from Sancho? He's the guy that has he has what's his name? What's that thing app that Pussy has?
Twitter.
Instagram.
Instagram. Where did he answer that?
On Instagram.
If you now generation people, they're going to answer any criticisms they can immediately.
Especially if your character's questioned, though, Alex, as well. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. The way he attacked him on personal. It wasn't necessary to do personal.
Yeah, it was.
First of all, was anybody even asked about him? I didn't hear the question. To be fair, to ask him why would Sancho.
They did mention something about. I can't tell you exactly, but I think Sancho was brought up by the interviewer.
Okay, so at least there was a question about it. I just don't think it was a direct question. Where's Sancho? What happened to him? He did you know what I'm saying? Like he could say a lot of things.
Yeah.
Not that thing that he said.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
That's the thing, and it just goes, as I say, it goes just going back to the point of like stubbornness as a manager will kill you if it doesn't work. If it works, cool. No one's complaining.
Well, we can still moan, but we're winning. Yeah.
Yeah, you can moan, but like you don't really have a leg to stand on if it's working, right?
Yeah.
Like, say for example, he was playing Chilwell left wing, and we were winning these games comfortably. We look well. We could get annoyed about it, but we've not really got a leg to stand on if it's working and we're playing well. It's not working, and we look like shit. Bar like
exactly.
Bar a total of like 90 minutes, let's say, because it was 2 halves, one against Liverpool, one against West Ham. If you want to be generous, let's say it was good in like 90 minutes of football, potentially the Luton game as well. But let's just say 90 minutes of football. We played 4 games. That's a minimum of 360 minutes. So that's 270 minutes. We look like shit. Oh, sorry. No, we played 5 games. Fuck, we played a cup game as well. And we look great in that. That's one. Cool. Cool. That's what, 450 minutes. That's 360 minutes. We look like shit then.
What's ATH to say? Alex, what do you want ATH to say? Oh, Ellen Techhag say something
Don't
like...
say anything.
Yeah,
why deal with it behind the deal with it?
Yeah, no. Like, the funny part is there was the questions before when you ask the managers, and they have that thing to say like, look, I'm not gonna go talk about the people who didn't play. I would rather talk to people that actually.
Yeah, the media answer, trained answer. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? This is the right answer for the. Just like the kids have the responsibility and media coach, same coaches has to have a media coach.
Because he diffuses it, doesn't he?
This is exactly how it's flipped off. Because he should not say what he did. He should say, "Look, I don't like. Why do they like? I think why managers have to say. Some managers are actually. Why do you have to say anything about the transfer market when you say like the player hasn't signed yet? Like you don't have to say. You say like I don't speak about the players that not on my team. You said that before, all of them, right? Why you have to say something about what's his name?
Sancho.
Why didn't you say I'd rather talk to the players about the ones that played today, not the players that didn't?
Yeah.
Or say that you'll address this like. Deal with the Sancho situation behind the scenes. Like again, everything has to be public.
Yeah,
he started a whole fire with what he said, didn't he? He could have diffused it.
Of doing this, apparently there was even the sporting director to step in because he was getting out of hand. He has a history, Ten Hag.
NFL starting, fellas. I'm out.
Big up, man.
Big up, Jimmy. Big up.
You go through the super chats because I want to address the close one.
No worries. Big up to Dinishin saying Rodrigo will see Chilwell as a striker. And say, give him time.
You don't know me.
Please.
You don't know how much I do.
Oh, everybody.
And big up to Declared saying, I was told Potter deserves time for 3/4 of the season, and now we get a new young team plus manager that needs time. Only gets a few games because of your feelings. Okay. 3/4 of the season. I think he got like.
So why didn't Potter deserve? So can I ask you a question? Why didn't Potter deserve time, but Pochettino does?
Because
Potter got given it from my perspective until he got a window to bring in players. We got a winter window that we treated like a summer window, and our performances went backwards. That's when I started to turn. Poch has had a window. Our performances are worse. Well,
everyone
they're not worse. They're still bad.
Everyone wanted Poch sacked after Southampton.
I think the problem is
it's different context to each person.
I think the problem is when you change for something, you're responsible for that change. And everybody knows what he did as a change at the Chelsea team.
Yeah.
You know ball, you don't know ball, you empty vessel, you full vessel.
Also,
you noticed one thing with Chelsea this season. We're playing Chilwell at the left back, left wing.
We're handicapping ourselves before we've even started.
Exactly. That's the it's obvious. It's a
now.
sore in the eye. It's a sore in the eye. It's just like Rodrigo in his panel. It's a sore in the eye. We have to deal with him.
Oh my God!
It just comes down to context as well.
Said that comment, my friend.
It just comes down to context as well.
I'll just see Lewis speak. Like
like my new Ziyech speak, bro.
Bro, what's wrong with you, bro?
Go on, Scott.
Actually, it just comes down to context.
Leave the guy alone, man.
Oh, you're telling me to leave Ziyech alone?
Yeah.
Like, it just comes down to context as well with it like this. Considering Potter came in after the window closed, halfway through the season, or not halfway, but like in the middle of the season, we'll say that much.
Nope, 6
Didn't have a
games, bro.
Didn't have a preseason. Didn't have a window. So you had to give him time because it's going to take a bit longer to do.
I don't want Poch to be sacked.
No one wants him to be sacked. We can criticize him though.
Yeah. We just want him to fix up. Simple as that.
Exactly. And he also had a preseason and a window.
Hey, Scott, I didn't forget, man. I didn't forget.
Chewing,
you didn't cop shit
came
too.
Here and chewing. Finish your chewing, then come and talk.
I'm not chewing. I'm fucking shadowboxing, Alex. I'm sitting there going.
I can't hear you breathing. I feel like I'm inside your mouth.
Why are you shagging kangaroo?
Yo, Scott, chill, man. Yo, Scott, chill,
not true, nothing, mate. It's 3 in the morning here. Look, I probably just drank.
Oh, you whacking.
It was 4 months in, and you did your Joker laugh, and you said, "These fans, man," and you criticized everyone. You couldn't believe it, right? That people were criticizing 4 months in, right? And now the only reason you gave, and it's understandable.
Scott took the L on that. Scott took the L on that. He said yeah.
Didn't take it from me.
And also, that's the same reason why I'm not doing it now. Did you not hit earlier?
Sorry, before you guys interrupted, I was going to explain. Not from me. You didn't hear it from me because that's what you felt at the time, right? I understood it. I didn't give you shit, did I, Scott? It's the first time I'm bringing it up. My only issue was that now you've changed your opinion because you were wrong. But at that time, you felt
that's right. How usually work. You were wrong. You learned your lesson.
But not every case is the same. So
does that mean we're going through the same thing again?
Like that, you get new information in, and you readjust. That's normally how things work. So you want me to tell?
It's a new manager. It's not the same as last season. You said, "Well, last season I backed the manager and I gave him time, and I'm not going to do it this season." It's not the same manager. It's not the same team.
What you're saying is that I have to watch him play Chilwell at left wing, watch him completely change up in terms of personnel and the way we're playing compared to pre-season. I have to watch that. I have to watch him still, 4 years on as a manager, still struggle to break down low blocks at the 3rd successive club and say, let's give him time.
Yeah, because there's more context
he
to
did
that.
not even listen to your answer.
No,
I did listen because
no, not you, Scott. Declare he didn't listen to your answer.
I did. Scott made. Do I have to do these? Right? Is this what I'm meant to do? Is these the reasons why? This is what you gathered in 4 games, right? We could have went on and on with Potter. You did it with Potter. You did it with other managers. You had more patience, right? And because you got it wrong,
what kind of phone is that, Patur?
Now you based it on your feelings. That's what I was against. You said I did it last season. I don't want to do it again.
The phone behind
and
you.
I get that. We've been all going through shit seasons.
Direct line to Queen.
We're all frustrated, but now you saw the transfer policy was just based on feeling.
Was that the direct line to Queen?
I mean, the biggest objective is to build a team. No one agrees with Chilwell playing there, but there's obviously a reason why he's there. There's a job to be done. And maybe no one's not doing it right.
He's not doing that job, is he?
No, it's not permanent. No one's going to say it's permanent, right?
So what you're telling me is I have to accept that. I just have to accept him playing left wing.
Check your DM,
listen, we're 4 games in.
I checked my DMs.
And you've seen more ridiculous makeshift positions, right? In the different coaches, right? Obviously, that's not meant to last, right? There's got to be a reason why he's playing it. Maybe this is not the way he wants to play. There's a lot more to it, right? And
can you
I mean,
give me
we
a
need the
lot
biggest
more? Can you
patience now.
give me 3 samples? If it's a lot, just 3 small samples, please. I know 3 in the
what
morning
samples? You
you're
actually fighting,
holding you're holding your little kangaroo in your right hand and you're chewing with something in your left hand. Can you give me 3 small
I know where you're
samples
chewing
of what you want? That a lot to it. You said there's a lot to it. The way why he's playing Chilwell over there, please.
No, you put 2 separate answers together there. The lot more to it was with this team compared to last season. That was a statement I made. Now it's all right, Alex.
No.
I know
It sounded like you tried to explain why he plays Chilwell as a left wing.
Oh, I'm saying there's a role to be done there that he wants that I think the other players aren't doing right, and he's put him there.
And you said that there's a lot to it. I want to know what's the lot.
But what's the role?
No. I'm saying there's probably a lot more. Like maybe that's not the way he wants to play. This is maybe a way temporarily, right? It's going to take maybe there's a certain way he wants to play that hasn't kicked off yet, right? There's a lot of.
Why didn't he do that in pre-season?
Thank you, Bobby.
Pre-season was short, yeah.
Do you mean
what are you on about?
No. Are you
How long was pre-season? Sorry.
The normal length of pre-season is.
Yeah, that's a normal link.
So maybe he's got a certain way of playing, but he wants to start that the first week of the Premier League season, yeah, and not the whole fucking pre-season. Yeah,
players are coming in. Actually,
I mean, a lot of players got injured as well. The ones that did play those positions in pre-season, there's a lot.
Man, what are you waffling about, man?
Injured in the left wing. Who got injured in the left wing?
I'm saying the team got injured. There was a lot of
the team got injured.
The team.
I want to know why. I'm not talking about team. I'm talking about left wing.
Who did we play in the left wing declared in pre-season?
I'm talking about a lot of players that started and played the most games in pre-season are now injured as well. And
left wing pre-season.
And players make shifting. All right. What I'm getting at, the main point, because you guys are nitpicking, but the main point I'm getting at is that there's not enough to go off. And you guys are making big calls.
We're not nitpicking. You just said a guy wants to play a certain way, but he's trying it in the Premier League all of a sudden, and he hasn't tried it. That makes no fucking sense.
I'm saying I said it might not be.
Elected not to do it in pre-season.
Staffy, I saw
Sorry, Scott, I missed it.
So he's trying something now that he didn't do in pre-season.
I think
he had pre-season
or at all.
He did.
Actually, the way he played in pre-season, there's a lot of similarities, but maybe he's not confident of the way we played in pre-season.
Similarities? There's not.
So we're now playing worse.
Well, then explain them to me, because I don't see them.
We're playing worse because, look.
We're playing worse than we were in pre-season.
Playing Mudryk and Havertz in the wing.
Well, that's, pre-season. You can win all your games in pre-season. You know that doesn't mean a lot. Pre-season has different objectives, yeah?
What's the aim?
We're not on about the winning. We're on about the style.
What is the aim of pre-season?
I can't. Sorry.
To get fit and get the style of play we're on. Whatever you want.
Sorry. Repeat that last bit. Hang on. Repeat that last bit.
We are playing the same style as in pre-season.
Yeah. No, we're not at all.
We are.
No, we are
not. You see what Staffy said?
We are playing the same style as in pre-season. The only difference is the personnel. Look, I'll give you an example. Yeah,
we're not.
If you go watch Chelsea Brighton, yeah, Poch always built in the. He always used 3 people at the back, and then he has Chilwell going way up. And then in a Brighton game, he had Maatsen playing in the inside forward in the left channel. Where in the West Ham game, he had what's his name, the kid that got injured. So, but the thing is the difference he's having now is the personnel. He's basically trying to force the personnel that he has now into the template that he had in pre-season. That's the.
We played with 2 centre backs in pre-season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. He's using the same build-up. 3 centre backs.
No, you're not saying that, though.
Look, man,
can I ask you a question?
And creating a box, but he's using.
So who's now doing the job that you just said that Maatsen was doing in pre-season and Chukwuemeka?
He's using Enzo. He's using Enzo. First thing.
Enzo, who's not.
In the left, he's using Enzo,
who doesn't
in the left half space and Chilwell as a left winger. even
it
if
officially becomes boring, so I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. Anyway,
This is the
yeah,
dumbest
even if,
fucking conversation I've heard.
Yeah, this is
no,
pretty much.
This is
no,
the dumbest defense I've heard of Pochettino.
No,
so
you.
this
No,
is
come
the
on,
fucking
Scott. Come on,
stupidest
don't be disingenuous, bro.
He's gonna call you empty vessel, Scott.
No,
empty vessel.
Rodrigo, if you're saying we're
the
still
only
trying to
empty
play the
vessel.
same, you're mad, bro.
Alex, you're the only empty vessel.
And you a hollow.
I want to add, if
Your
anyone
mouth
gave
is a
this
hollow.
transfer season
You
a
are
10 out of
empty
10 based
vessel.
on outgoing, then you have to understand that, you got to give this a whole group of players, new players.
But in English, can you tell me what the fuck you're talking about?
No. Hang on. Who's
Ziyech, come on, look.
What are you talking about, man?
I know you didn't like those donations to put
Nah,
Ziyech in
man, fuck your
the worst team
donations,
of the
man. I
year.
don't understand what you're
I know
talking
you're
about.
holding that. Don't take
What are
it
you
out on me,
talking
please.
about, man?
I know you. I loved it. You gave me a great time. Look, there was no hate. There's nothing there. It was just a lot of fun. Yeah, just don't throw that thing at me.
Just when we were about to wrap up.
Yes!
Come on, nonsense.
Yes, guys.
You know what? Chilwell is fucking about to win this argument, bro.
Shut up, man.
I'm going on mute.
What? You know what? I've actually seen last week, like Ryanair, CEO got egged, right? He got egged. Chill. This argument is gonna get Todd Bowley a very negative backlash right now.
Shut up, man.
We don't want to do this Chilwell thing again. I'm telling everybody to stop this Chilwell thing again. Pochettino likes Chilwell. Southgate likes Chilwell. Whole of England likes Chilwell. All of Chelsea fans like Chilwell. Stop this bullshit again, because there are people in the fan base who go to the stadium and they're trying to tell you we're gonna throw an X at Todd Bowley, if he doesn't put his shit together. So be careful. We can't do this shit anymore.
Yeah,
everybody knows why Chilwell is playing where he is playing, right? Everybody knows.
No, we don't.
Because he's English.
Stop this argument.
Are you
Listen,
racist, Kazra?
Pochettino, bro, this argument will cost Todd Bowley a very negative, because Chilwell has a lot of fucking support. He has a Champions League. When Chilwell and Reece James were not playing in Chelsea team, we were not winning games. The reason Chilwell is still playing with Southgate is because did we have Sanchez? Did we have Sanchez in preseason though?
No, we didn't have Sanchez. We had Kepa in goal.
Do you get me right now?
No, I don't.
Not at all.
Okay, how does Pochettino plays? Everybody knows he does this cross inshallah positive football, and he prefers his wingers outside, right? Colwell is fucking left-footed. Chilwell is left-footed. If Colwell gives a pass to Chilwell, it would go outside, and that's how Pochettino prefers his football. If he has Mudryk, Wait, calm down. Just by supporting Colwell, you'll cost the Todd Bowley. People will throw eggs at Todd Bowley if he comes to Stamford Bridge. People are deciding that.
Bro, where do you think we live, bro?
Listen to me, what the fuck I'm saying. Listen to me.
Yeah, listen to him, Sierra. Fuck you, Sierra.
If fucking Mudryk... If Mudryk... Just wait a second, bro. Wait a second. I'm trying to protect you guys. If Mudryk plays on the left side, Colwell is a left-footed. He passed to Mudryk. Mudryk's going to come outside. And then it's going to put the pressure on defense. That's the reason he prefers playing Chilwell. Ian Maatson is also left-footed, but he's not as, attacking, as experienced as Chilwell. Next game, probably it's going to be back four. Because Buddy Shelley is back. He can play.
This is why Leipzig are going to get relegated, bro.
Bro, stop this Chilwell shit. Chilwell is the most. Chilwell is fucking captain. Bro, Chilwell is our captain. Chilwell is fucking our captain.
I thought Declared said the most
Every motherfucker at Stamford Bridge lost Chilwell.
He's shit. He's garbage.
So, he's garbage.
So you guys actually think if Chilwell is
he's
left
not
back, it's not gonna be
garbage.
He's not going to be in the same position.
He's a long time ago.
Even if he's garbage, we don't have options. We can't beat Chilwell. He's English. He's got Champions League. Southgate likes him. Everybody likes him. Fans likes him. What is this argument? Can we talk about? Can we talk about signing Liao and bringing Jadon Sancho back to the club?
Oh my God, Liao every stream, Liao is an player, man.
Listen, Jadon Sancho would suit Chelsea. Jadon Sancho will suit Chelsea because at Dortmund,
I'm not having this conversation.
Bro, Jadon Sancho will suit Chelsea. It would help us. Listen, Dortmund had Haaland.
Shut up.
No, let's go because I'm not hearing.
Man are talking about bringing Jadon Sancho in when he plays for Manchester United. Where are we signing him? How are we signing him?
Because wait.
£100 a week, bruv. We don't pay that.
How are we signing him?
I'll tell you how Jadon Sancho will suit. Because at Dortmund, he was playing with Haaland.
That's not the question.
How are we signing him?
How are we going to sign him when the window is fucking closed?
Pay the money, or
the window is closed.
The window is
maybe
closed.
Lewis in the stream, bro.
There's a loophole.
Bro, do you even know what's happening at Chelsea fan base? Do you guys even know? You guys are online. You're talking about Chilwell. Oh, we're gonna hide Colwell. We're gonna hide Enzo. Everybody. But do you even know what's happening at Stamford Bridge? They're gonna egg Todd Bowley if he comes up.
Bro, you live in Narnia. How do you know what's happening at Stamford Bridge?
We need to talk about signing big players now.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fucking hell, bro.
Next week, if we have a problem with Bournemouth, Ian Matson starts, Mudryk starts, and we still lose, Chilwell point is finished. What's the next step? We're not protecting Todd Bowley at all. We are not protecting Todd Bowley at all. Because everybody at Stamford Bridge has decided we're going to fuck Todd Bowley if he doesn't listen to us, if he doesn't sign the big players. You can come here, you can talk about your, listen, you can talk here about 500 viewers, you can keep on talking about Chilwell. Everybody knows Chilwell is not a problem. It's only a problem because you guys are not understanding. You don't know how to protect Todd Bowley though.
This is why Leipzig is going to get relegated, man.
Right, I'm going to tell. Listen, I'm going to say Mudryk can fuck off. I don't like Mudryk. Ian Matson should start. Ian Matson should start next game. If Chilwell doesn't start, Ian Matson starts.
Cool, and Chilwell should sit on the bench or in Ukraine on the front line. Cool, sweet. Glad we agree.
And what about you? Listen, you've been wrong so many times. Declare told you. Why are you here giving us advices? We don't respect your advices.
Hey, aren't you? Hang on. Whoa! Aren't you the same dude that told me about Werner? Where's Werner now? Man, ain't even starting for RB Leipzig. Shut up,
dickhead.
What? He's been injured for 2. He's recovering from ligament. He won 2 trophies. He beat Bayern. Listen. When Werner played against Bayern Munich, when Werner played against Tommy Tuchel, listen, they were hugging each other. Tommy Tuchel and Timo Werner were laughing and hugging each other.
Smoke weed every day.
So now people are saying Todd Bowley. Listen, now people are saying. Listen. People who are in the game. Wait. People who are in the game, the people who watch the game, they are saying Todd Bowley asked Thomas Tuchel to sign a contract where if he gets fired, he would not sign for any club for 2 years. Same for Graham Potter. And now he's doing the same with Pochettino. People are going to turn up against Todd Bowley.
Really?
And Tuchel said, I'm not going to sign it. Tuchel said, I'm not going to sign. If I get sacked from Chelsea, I'm going to be going to the next best club. And he did that. And you guys are saying, oh, he had a problem with Werner and Tuchel were hugging, laughing when they played Leipzig against Bayern Munich.
And so what?
And so what? And you guys are saying, oh, Werner shagged somebody or Tuchel shagged somebody.
What?
Oh yeah, the girl.
Bro, everything is wrong in this club right now. Everything is wrong in the club. Listen, we need to sign big players, and we need to. If you want to defend the owners, come with a better argument. Don't keep on saying Chilwell is a fucking heart and soul of the club. He is a fucking captain. He's a captain.
Yeah, how do you big up Chilwell and then say we need big players? We seem to be all right.
Can I ask you something? How are we meant to sign players when we're 4 months from the window?
We talk about it. We are not talking about it. We're not. We still have people. We need a keeper. I think we can sign De Gea, right? Can we sign him?
We've just signed 2.
Well, Lewis, block this guy, man.
End the stream.
Shut
End the stream.
I'm just saying.
End the stream. This guy's pissing me off, man. End the stream. This guy's pissing me off.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah. You need to stop running up here because you're fucking wrong about Werner. You're wrong about everything. You're wrong about everything.
What's Werner doing now? What's Werner doing now? What's Werner doing now?
You're wrong about the Chilwell thing. You're wrong about Chilwell thing.
Alright, cool. When Chilwell's gone and playing for like West Ham in like a year's time, we'll see who's wrong.
West Ham is a big club, bro. What about Enzo? What about Mudryk playing for fucking somewhere in Argentina?
You like Chilwell? I don't get it. Do you rate Chilwell?
I don't rate Chilwell. I don't rate Chilwell that much, but he's not a problem. Problem is fucking Enzo.
Okay. So in the 4 games that we played,
the problem is our fan base.
This man reps Werner and told me Enzo is the problem. Yeah, it was Werner and
because if you watch 21 season,
shut up.
What's Enzo doing wrong, Klausref?
Yeah. Shut up.
No one say anything. I want to know. Go on, Klausref. Educate us, please.
Enzo is a child. Enzo doesn't know how to control the game, how to dictate the game.
Enzo is your dad, okay? Enzo is your dad. Okay, be quiet. End the stream. Let's go for the super chat.
We're gonna talk about Enzo because I'm not prepared for Enzo topic right now. I'm gonna come after a week or 2 weeks. But listen, we used to win games without Enzo when Potter was there. By the way,
no, we didn't. That's a lie.
We did. We had a very good rate before the World Cup.
And go rep.
Really?
Ed.
How you get?
No. I'm saying Enzo is very self-centered. I don't care about how he plays, how he does passes. He's very self-centered. When you're playing in the midfield, sometimes you don't have to be self-centered. And when he gets angry, he gets annoyed and he loses the game. The game is about winning. No, the match is about winning the game. What Enzo does is he doesn't distribute the game properly. He's more focused on his on-the-ball skills, which is not even that great, to be honest, right? And then he's not that guy. We need a bigger figure. I told everybody Caicedo Enzo will not work out. Enzo can work out with Frankie de Jong, but not with Caicedo because Enzo and Caicedo would never work out because these both guys are doormats. These both guys are doormat. They are more of they need to listen to people. No, they need a personality. If we had Rice and Enzo, that would work. If we had Frankie de Jong, Enzo, that would work. Lavia is fucking piece of shit. He's not good enough for Premier League.
You're saying Enzo needs a different player next to him to play well, a personality.
Enzo needs a perfect system. He needs Messi. He needs DePaul. He needs McAllister. He needs every fucking perfect player. He's a luxury player.
Get benched?
If you put Enzo in the bench, and if you play Caicedo, right, and even if you played RLC, we have higher chances of winning the game. I ain't gonna lie. And RLC is actually bowling out for AC Milan.
Don't take
So Enzo has to play. What you're saying?
Enzo will only work out in a team that is perfect.
Bullshit, but carry on.
And Premier League doesn't do perfect teams.
Also not true.
Enzo is not Jorginho. Enzo is nothing. Enzo is a luxury player. Has any Argentinian worked out in Premier League?
Sorry?
Has Veron worked out for Premier League?
Tevez.
Plus, he's adding a homesick. I think Enzo is homesick too.
They're one of the highest goal-scoring mid strikers in the
No, I'm talking about midfielder. I'm talking about midfielders.
There haven't been many.
Mascherano.
Mascherano was playing as a centre back, then Liverpool. Yeah.
No, they was
But I think Enzo.
But he plays.
No, Enzo. I don't think. No, Enzo. You can't compare Mascherano with Enzo. You can't compare. Mascherano was a fucking bull. He was a fighter. He had a.
Listen, Clasworth. Yeah, let's not throw for a moment, yeah.
I'm telling you, we can sign another midfielder, no problem. Caicedo is a listener. Enzo pretends to be a captain, vice captain, but he is a fucking doormat. He's a bottom, right? He's a fucking bottom. Trust me.
Oh, what?
Why is Fatur looking like Heavy D?
No, what the hurricane?
And the stream, Dave.
I don't mind Enzo in our team, but Enzo's not gonna.
Rest in peace.
We
always, but that's
all right. No, Enzo's not the solution. We've been losing games because of Enzo, bro. We lose games because of Enzo.
No. Tell me why. How does it? How do we?
No, we don't. We don't
know his position. We don't know. When we were playing him 6, we were saying, "Oh, he's not a 6." We play him at 8, he's not an 8. We play him fucking 10, he's not a 10.
Forest game, the one that we just lost recently. Tell me how it was Enzo's fault we lost that game.
We lost the game. Simple.
No, but you say we.
Is that a good argument? Is that a good argument? We lost the game. Simple.
I'm asking you because you're the one that's.
When you lose a game, you lose a game. Simple. Have you seen Chelsea seniors? Did you see yesterday? Listen. Did you see yesterday how John Terry? Look at the attitude of Ashley and McAlely. And look what Mudryk does. He fucking shares something on Instagram. He shares something on Instagram.
You're jumping from.
I don't like that attitude. The attitude, Enzo attitude is wrong.
You all over the place.
Enzo is not gonna work out until. Listen, I'm not saying Enzo is a bad player. Enzo cannot run this ship. He can't.
Focus on one thing. You're jumping from things to things.
Frankie De Jong can run this ship. Okay. Declan Rice can run this shit. Enzo can't.
Shut up.
Enzo is a child. Enzo is a very small guy. He's a tiny piece of 130 million.
He is bigger than you, bro.
He's physically.
He's bigger than you, bro. Stop lying, bro.
He's very petite. He's English Jimmy O'Hara. He's English Jimmy O'Hara. Enzo is English Jimmy O'Hara.
Shut up.
I'm off, guys. This is going in my ears.
Behind him, man? God damn, bro.
No, when I said Mudryk will be depreciation obsolete, nobody agrees. When I said Caicedo and Enzo will not work out, I supported the move, but I knew it's not going to work out.
They barely played the game together, like 90 minutes.
Bro, Caicedo and Enzo are more kind of like
Caicedo's
you tell them what to do.
Caicedo's not even full fitness, bro. What's wrong with you?
I'm not saying Caicedo is a bad. I'm saying they both. Listen, Kai. In the last stream, Kai, in the last stream, you were very intelligent. You were saying scouting also be needed for senior players, right?
Thank you for measuring my intelligence. That means a lot.
No, you told us scouting is also required for senior players. Where are senior players supposed to play? What position and do they fit our team? You're telling me Caicedo and Enzo will work?
Yeah, they will.
In a midfield. It will never work. And we will end up saying Chilwell is shit. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be Chilwell. The day after is going to be Nicholas Jackson. The day after is going to be James.
That's not their fault. That's not their fault, though. They're not.
Bro, midfield is very important. Bro, midfield is like a pussy, bro. It's the most important place, bro.
What were you complaining about today?
I'm saying Enzo Caicedo is not going to work out together. They both are listeners.
Lazarus is saying Enzo can't dictate the play, doesn't control play.
He can't.
He's literally a bad personality.
He literally has the best stats.
Okay, so what's the solution? He
literally has the best stats of any
solution. I'll tell you the solution. We have 130 million. We have 100 million for Caicedo, 130 million for Enzo. We still can buy someone else. No, we can buy somebody else. We can buy somebody else in January. I think we need to focus on buying a midfielder in January who's physically strong. I'm not going to disrespect Enzo anymore. I'm just going to tell Caicedo, Enzo's not going to work. We need to put our energy.
Wait, Clarence, why don't we
We need to add a stronger.
But how can you say that Enzo can't progress the play when he literally is the number one in progressive play in the Premier League?
Yeah, Roger.
And that's why with Gallagher. That makes no sense though.
And how we gonna sell?
I don't know, bro. We lose games. Sometimes you don't need to do progression. Sometimes you need to be Gilberto Silva. Sometimes you need to be Invisible Shield. He can't be Invisible Shield. Either he's going to do a mistake or he's going to progress the play. Sometimes you need to calm down the play. Sometimes you don't need to do much when you're winning.
First of all, you spoke like Enzo is fucking Billy Gilmore.
No.
First of all, which is not true.
Caicedo's only played 2 games. He's not match fit. We need more time to see them gel.
No, I'm not. Listen, Caicedo is a world beater. Everybody knows that. But we are talking about when Caicedo and Enzo plays together, they're not suitable for each other.
Why? Can you explain why though?
Have you not got a football experience?
What about your eye? In my opinion, I disagree with you. I think they're perfect for each other. I want to know why you think they're not perfect for each other.
You can give me Frankie de Jong with Enzo, it will work. You can give me Declan Rice with Enzo, it will work. I'm not saying Enzo.
Wait, no.
You give me Enzo, Lavia, and Caicedo, it's never going to work.
Hey, that's if you answered your own question, you said it. Enzo at the ball.
You just said Frankie de Jong and Enzo. Who's going to be defending in that 2?
Frankie de Jong is going to be more into controlling the game.
No, you don't know ball, bro. You do not know ball.
Right, okay, I don't know the ball, okay. When I was coming every day, when me and Minerals and Kazi were coming, we were winning Champions League. Don't tell me shit, bro. Don't tell me. The topic we were used to, now the topic we used to discuss with Lewis, at that time, we used to win Champions League. The topic I used to discuss with Daniel, no. Listen, you are what your fans are. Your team is what your fans are.
What does that mean?
When we talk about, listen, when we talk about strengthening our team, that means we are doing something good for our team. When we are just talking about children, we are doing nothing for our team.
Okay, Clarence, I have a question to you. When we won the Champions League, were we the best team in England?
Same thing. Go ahead.
No. When we were winning the Champions League, I was having discussions with Kazis, Daniel, and these fucking Kai. We were talking about important topics. Now we are not talking about important topics. Now we are trying to, try to help Todd Bowley. Oh, his decisions are perfect. And what is currently happening? What is currently happening? Now there is fan base that is trying to make a decision how they're gonna throw eggs at Todd Bowley. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you honestly. You can be here. You can be.
Games in, you've made a decision just based on Bowley.
I agree with some things.
Haven't even played out yet properly.
I agree with some things that you say, Klasserov. I agree that Bowley.
The reason I am going after Enzo, even I like Enzo, is because.
No. This bully hate
bro,
makes
Enzo's
no sense.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
It makes no sense. Okay, the bully hate only is valid for last season and that first transfer window. Since then, he's put in this. No. Let me finish. He's put in the structure in place. He's not running the show. He's not making all the decisions to buy players now. And everybody, every other team would be clamoring to have an owner like us. Is this super early? I'll have to wait and see. Super early in our project.
Like we had full chance of protecting Bowley. We as a fan base could have decided, say Sanchez is rubbish or someone's rubbish. We went for Chilwell. We fucking went for Chilwell. Seriously,
Chilwell was Roman. What are you talking about?
The guy who actually made the goal when Chukwuemeka scored. People are gonna think we hate English players.
What the hell?
We hate. Listen. This is end of the day. It's a fucking London club, bro. Sometimes you can't be so horrible. Like He has won
guys.
Champions
This is what we don't. We're the spoiled brats. So all of us, like, we're spoiled.
No,
Chelsea
none of
fans.
us are
Like,
spoiled
honestly,
brats.
I agree with our rivals when they talk. No, let me finish. Because when our rivals talk about us, we are so spoiled because yes, they've won a Champions League in the last 2 years.
We're not spoiled. Having standards doesn't make you spoiled.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
No, because you're waffling, respectfully, bro.
I'm not waffling. Let me finish.
You are waffling.
Let me talk and then you can go. Let me talk.
Let him lad, just so we can get where he's coming from.
We are spoiled fans because if we are honest with ourselves, we have not had a team that is good enough to win the Premier League since 2017.
Yeah, but we also didn't have a team that finished 12th.
Yeah, we had a team that finished 12th. That's, of course, that's still bad. But at the same time, we can't say that we were on an upward trajectory. After that Champions League, we were actually getting worse.
The season before that, where did we finish? The season before that, where did we finish?
So, okay, so one season now, that's what our club is.
So what is your argument based on?
That's what our club is now, one season?
Yeah, but no, it wasn't. When is the last time we finished fucking third, bro? When is the last time we finished 13 or 12 or whatever?
Who cares?
The season before. Yeah, because your point is stupid as fuck. Your point is stupid as fuck. That's who cares. Because you're saying,
that's the
yes,
thing.
yes.
We want to talk about we live in the past.
Your point is so fucking dumb. Your point is so fucking dumb.
Move the fuck forward.
I don't
Let's go.
give a fuck about the Champions League.
Talk about the future. Talk about the present. Stop living in the past. You live in the past all day.
If you go from 3rd to 12th, if you go from 3rd from 12th, don't call people spoiled, bro. Because the season before we
are spoiled. No, I wasn't talking about us being 12th and that being spoiled.
Okay, so we declined.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about us being 12th and that's being spoiled.
Like it or not,
how we
if you
look
take
at this
emotional
team.
aside, we declined with these new owners.
We have to decline with these new owners.
I agree with you. There is good signs that good things will come. But again, that's just our emotions based on factual fucking evidence. We have declined because we went from 3rd to 12th. Is that not decline? But
no,
you said
it's okay. Decline in what sense? Decline in our performance for the season?
Decline that we went from fucking 3rd to 12th. Do you not know how numbers work, bro?
I'm asking a question.
And I'm answering you.
No, let me finish the question so you can answer it. Are you saying decline in our performance? Or are you saying decline in us as a club?
Everything.
How do you judge a club's success, though?
What success? I only just successful win trophies. We didn't win trophies. If we got 4th and we didn't win a trophy, we weren't successful, in my opinion.
My guy, we barely got to 49 points last season, bro.
No, but what I'm telling you, if we got 4th or 5th and got a trophy, I wouldn't view that as a successful season.
So you're happy? You're more happy finishing 12th and signing Mudryk and Nunez as your wingers. That's what makes you more happy. That's success.
I'm not like you're going.
I'm sorry. Respectfully, success is what you do on the pitch. Is what you do on the pitch.
Point. You're skewing my point. Stop going on these tangents. All I'm trying to say is that it is going like this project is going to take time, and we should actually be very happy because what was everybody saying when we got the ownership?
No.
Let me finish real quick. Let me finish. When we got the ownership, what were all the rivals saying? We're not going to spend money. We're not going to invest. We're done. Blah blah blah. We've now spent $1 billion, and now they're using that against us. Of course, yeah, I agree. It's a lot of money. Yep. But what I'm telling you is that the intent is there, and when the intent and the care is there, the results will.
But that's not how it works. That is not how it works. You know, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example.
I wanted to hear the intent.
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example, yeah. Because look how much Liverpool. Look how much Liverpool spent. Look how much Liverpool spent before Klopp came in. And what do they have to show for it? Just because you spend money doesn't mean success will come. Just because you spend money doesn't mean success will come. That is insane. That is the definition of stupidity. If you think just because you spend money, success will come. That's not how it works.
Calm, Kai.
That's delusion, though. I'm not gonna be calm if you're just gonna be delusional, bro.
Hey, let me give you a point. Let me give you an example.
Bro, Kai is right. Listen, next week when people throw eggs at Todd Bowley, we will be a fucking star of a fucking nation. We'll be a joke of a fucking nation.
Claire, shut.
We don't respect our owners. We don't respect. Listen, Igal said everybody. We don't have patience. We watch good football.
No, but this is what I want to say. Okay, let's look at ownership.
You can defend any motherfucking ownership.
Let me ask you a question.
When Sky Sports tell you, Todd Bowley was thrown an egg, we will be a fucking laughing stock. That's why sign players like Leo.
Cry more.
Okay, listen, Kai, these guys are not listening. These guys are fucking dumb.
They can say whatever they want. I'm very open. I'm very open to your opinion, but you saying that we're spoiled because we don't want to finish 12th is insane to me, bro.
No, that's not what I said. You
That is
added
insane
that
to me,
second
bro.
part. No,
No,
I didn't say
you
that.
said
I did not
you
say
said
that.
we are
Stop
spoiled because
lying.
we are
Stop
complaining.
lying. Stop
We're
lying. Now you're
complaining
lying.
because we are not
Now you're
failure
lying.
for the
Stop
last
lying,
2
bro.
years, bro.
No, you're a fucking liar. I did not say that. All
You
right,
said
I didn't say that. I didn't
did
say
you or did you not
our
say that
owners in
we're
12. Nah,
spoiled
stop
because we are
correlating
complaining?
two things I did not say. Stop
You did say.
correlating the two.
You
All
did say.
right?
You said you're spoiled. You
No, I
said
didn't. Let me
fans are
finish.
spoiled.
Okay, let me finish what I was gonna say. So let's look at the other owners in the league, right?
I don't give a fuck. I'm taking.
Let me
We're
fucking
comparing
talk,
our
man.
owners compared to
Fuck.
other owners. I don't
This is what I
want
mean.
to
Spoiled
Did
brat. No respect.
you remember what happened with
Shut
Mike
the fuck
Ashley?
up, Kai. Shut
Bro,
up.
did you remember what
I'm
happened with
not even
Mike
the one
Ashley?
speaking. It's last
Todd
one
Bowley is on
God.
that trajectory right
This is
now.
why I say we're spoiled brats.
Guys, Oba, let Oba go. Let Oba go.
All right, just let me
Go on.
finish. All right, I just want to say this about ownership. Look at Man United's owners, right? The
That's not my
Glazers.
problem.
We could all
That's not
agree
my
they're
problem.
crap. We could all agree
Let
the Glazers.
finish.
Oh my God. We all could agree the Glazers are bad owners. And then look at how that translates down into the club, right? Look at then Tottenham, Lewis, Levy. They don't give a fuck. So like, you see how it translates? They care about the money, but they don't care about success. Then you look at City. They have the ownership that cares about success and money. We now have owners like that. It's just very early on, but we have owners that actually care and are investing in our club. They show up to the games. All these other clubs don't have those type of owners. So I know that over time, owners that care, it all starts with your owners. If you have owners that care and invest,
I know we had that all for 20 years, bro. And
no, we
we've been winning
didn't.
trophies with them.
No. We didn't have Roman. Wasn't like early on. Yes, I agree. Early
Because
on,
that's when he
Roman-
was allowed. That's when he was allowed.
Yeah, when he was allowed, and he would. Yeah, I feel like he was
came
more
every game. He
integrated.
literally came almost every home game.
Yes, but once they kicked him out, I feel like that actually hurt us a lot because then it was kind of created this separation between.
Yeah, now you're insulting fans. You insulted Tuchel. Now you're insulting fans.
What the
you're
fuck is this guy talking about?
No, you're just protecting your fucking American agenda, right? Or Todd Bowley is an American. I'm gonna
Clarence
protect
is on
him.
a different level, bro. Clarence is on a different level.
Why? Listen, you're insulting our history. You're insulting Chelsea history when you say you are actually.
Oh my God!
You're not insulting us.
Let them flex it, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love you, Clarence. I love you so much, man. I do.
No, but you're insulting us. You're saying Tuchel was a fucking drug addict.
I didn't even
or
mention
Werner
Tuchel's name.
White was sad.
Didn't even mention
Lampard.
Say something
Listen,
like that.
you have said. Listen, this can't happen more.
That's right.
Chilwell is an asshole. Chilwell is an asshole. You guys are hurting our feelings. We have feelings attached with
Can I
these
finish my
players.
point, Lewis? Can I finish my point? Because I see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
My point was, it's if you look at Liverpool Football Club, they spend a lot of money. Same thing with United. They spend a lot of money, but that money, they also had project. They had this. Just because you spend money, that doesn't guarantee that it will work out. Yeah, you can put all the money in the world into teams. Look how much money United spend on all these players. They say the Glazers don't spend, but the Glazers do spend. Maybe the ideas of what they want to achieve, they don't really like fucking reflect on the pitch, but they do spend. If you look at them, like Chelsea, United, and City are like the highest spenders,
But
followed by
kind of
Liverpool,
difference here.
Arsenal.
The difference between the
What you're gonna
manual-
tell me? They're emotional and they care and they have
No. Let
no.
Just let me finish. The difference is that they didn't employ the right football people. So
And
like
how we
Ed
do? We
Woodward-
employ the right football people based on what though? Based on what?
No,
Based on your emotion.
oh my God.
Finish
Okay,
the
for
quote,
that,
bro.
dude, you're Liverpool, for example, they had Michael Edwards, right? Very good director of football. Fucking Man United had Ed Woodward, who's like a business guy, didn't know anything about football. And then now they have Ten Hag, who's basically kind of doing all the transfers. So no, they don't have good structure.
And we have good structure based on what?
Was it a director?
We have
Based
good
on what?
structure because we have Paul Will Stanley. We have
And what did he achieve in the game? What did he achieve in the game that makes us have a good culture?
It's not
I'm really
about
interested.
achieving in the game. What the fuck?
I
are you
don't
talking about?
necessarily agree with you.
What did Michael Edwards achieve in the game? What the fuck is your argument, Kai?
Yeah, he won one Premier League for me.
Hold
for
on,
us,
isn't it
for-
too
that's
early
not
to
success, that's not-
know our
Let's not.
How
let's
can
not
you
act
know
like
their
that-
achievements?
let's
They were
not
just
act that
hired in
Liverpool-
January. What the
let's
fuck
not
are you
act-
talking about?
Let's not act
this
like
one's
Liverpool
They were
is an
just hired,
institution-
bro. You
is
shut
an
up. You're so
institution that we
stupid.
should follow. You know,
You're so
let's not
dumb,
act like
bro.
Liverpool is
You're so
this,
dumb.
I wanna ask
great
this
You're so
question.
dumb, Kai. They were just
template.
hired.
No,
They were
you're
just
dumb.
hired.
You're dumb because you
What?
guys,
Are they
the way that
supposed
you
to be
move these
professional
balls.
soccer stars or football stars?
I don't know
What
what
the
soccer
fuck are you
is, bro. I'm
talking
sorry.
about?
I
What
can't
the
respond
fuck
to
are
you,
you
bro.
talking about, Kai?
What I'm
Makes
talking
sense.
about is
Makes sense.
Over. To
Bro.
answer Kai, yeah, you need those directors, yeah, with Stanley and the other guy. Their success obviously is different because they
Based on
come
what?
from Brighton. Their success is recruitment.
Yeah, but we're not Brighton,
Recruiting
though.
players
That's
that they sold for 20 times the initial price. That's
Okay, tell me about Michael Edwards then. Tell me about what was Michael Edwards doing?
Great for Michael Edwards. He won the Premier League once.
But what did he do before he got to Liverpool? Where was he?
Brooke, why Kai would care? Kai is a fan. He wants to see a good football. You're asking him wrong questions. We are football fans. We want good football, bro. Why are you asking these tough questions?
Clarence,
we are not managers.
I like to have intellectual conversations. Clearly, you can't keep up. You can't keep up with these type of conversations. It's okay, Clarence. It's okay. You don't have the capacity. You don't have the capacity. It's okay. It's okay, Clarence.
People, please.
It's okay, Clarence. I know you don't have the capacity.
No, honestly,
don't write Clarence. I want to ask you, isn't it
honestly,
too early to know what
it annoys me.
I intended to do?
It annoys me. Yeah, exactly. Because for me, like I rather judge these owners based on what I try to see what they're trying to do, but I also try to see what they fail at, and if they try to kind of build on that. Right. For me, we can all agree that we had issues with our attack for the last 3-4 years, right?
Yeah.
Do any of us disagree with this? We had like the least amount of goals in the top 6. All of us disagree. What did they do to fix this? What did they do to fix this? Sign Nooney and Mudryk? That's not good enough. we can talk here and get, oh yeah, we got what's his name? We got Nkuku. We signed Nkuku. Nkuku is the last player who was proven with goals.
With pedigree,
I agree. Yeah, you can argue Sterling, whatever, but Sterling is not really. He's like before they start to move on with this young project, right? Mm-hmm. So we still struggle with attack. So for me to see okay, they have a vision, because for me they just built on what they failed with last season. They built on that same idea that
I see what you're saying, Kai. Okay, I agree with it. I agree with some of that, but I will say. No, I agree with some of that.
Let me finish my point. Then you can agree with me and disagree with me. Let me just finish my point. Yeah. Okay. So for me, I want them to be successful, but where you annoyed me, yeah, and I don't know about everybody else in the panel. You said we are spoiled. I disagree with you that if you keep your standards from going to fourth, we finished fourth, third before this new owner came, and then we finished 12th, and now we're back in 12 this season. So for you to tell me I'm spoiled because I'm not happy with my club. When I grew up watching Chelsea for 20 years, finishing in the top 4, doing other than rarely other season. Let me finish my point. Bro.
But that's not what I said. That's not what I said, though.
That's what to me. That's I heard you say that we are spoiled. We're complaining too much. Yeah, but anyway, I don't think we're spoiled for us not wanting to go from 3rd and 4th to 12th, right? I think any fan base in the world, especially if we spend as much as we do, have the right to ask questions. I'm not saying this owner. I'm not saying get this owner out, get them out. They're like all that stuff. I'm trying to be logical, but I'm saying if you're just saying that everything they're doing is great, everything is going great, that's also not true.
No.
It's also not true that everything they're doing is bad. I agree. But the fact that a lot of our fan base are assuming like everything is going great, and that's something that is not true.
Oh no. I agree. No. It's not going great. It's not good. Like I said, he messed up that first season. But what I will say to this summer and this transfer window is that we all could agree that the striker market wasn't as good, and next summer is going to be a lot more vibrant. There's going to be a lot more players.
Yeah, but how like this?
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
I want to know how. How do you know that? How do you know that?
No, that's like the market this year was like Vlahovic. Like there wasn't that many names out there. Like really, like real talk. That like, and if we wanted to buy Osimhen and one of the big names, it would have cost us like arm and leg. We could have done that. We probably could have.
It's an arm and leg, 115.
Yeah, but
that's like an arm. That's a finger to us. My bad. That's like a finger. That's like a finger to us.
This is where I hop in.
Wait, okay, no, let me finish. No. Before I want to say on this point. Let me reply to Kai first. Let me reply to Kai.
Man, you've been replying to Kai for 20 minutes.
Reply to Clasworth, man.
But okay, so like I think the thing is that like attack isn't only the attacking forwards. They're key in like finishing the chances. But another issue we had last season was our midfield was not able to connect with our attack well. So I do think that we have addressed that, and unfortunately we had injuries to certain players like Cucurella, Carney, that makes that difficult. But that's a part of it. Now we need to get the last step, which is getting a person.
Can I cut you off? You are aware we got a new team that isn't relevant. None of that is relevant. We basically have a new team. We don't have last year's problems. You know that, yeah?
No,
And
no,
we had
but
a policy.
We had
yeah,
a
but
team.
no,
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 hold on, hold on.
we had a team under Roman where injury department was separate to the ownership. Now ownership is a part of a fucking injury department. Injury department is reporting to ownership. Roman was not interfering at this fucking injury department. Why medical department is linked with the ownership?
Who was talking?
Listen, we got a transfer policy
With
for
Roman,
under 23.
Roman used to
right?
come.
Where
Roman
the
used to
average
come
age
to the
was 20.
matches,
We weren't
watch
buying any
it, spend
established
money,
striker.
and
Everyone
gone.
knows that, yeah?
Now our injury fucking medical department is linked with the
Okay, no, hey,
ownership.
Claire,
What the
I
fuck
agree
is
there.
this?
I agree there. Our medical team, that is definitely a black mark. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. We like that needs to be sorted.
No,
so we
I
can.
think. Okay, that.
The
No, sorry.
Instagram are handled by fucking
I think
ownership.
that medical thing.
Twitter can't save you forever.
Hey,
Can
Claire,
it?
let the other guys
Twitter
talk.
can't
Yeah,
save you
let Danny say
forever.
his piece, man. Let Danny say his piece.
Yeah, let's send them say please.
Yeah, I was saying that our transfer policy was under 23. We weren't buying the established striker. You got to look at what you kept saying. The owner, we got this owner. He cares about us. Is that look at our transfers and then look at what the owner's trying to do in that whole team.
But okay, but question there. No, I could pause you there. I could kill that argument. Wait, Dennis, wait. How old is Osherman?
I call him Dennis.
24. Yeah, it's all right. It's close and clear. You gave everyone a different name.
Wait, how old is Osherman?
24.
Okay, so but I thought the policy was under 25.
Average age of the transfer policy was 20 anyway. What I'm getting at is that there's a different plan. You up there all you hype these big football people that we got in, right? And you compare to Michael Edwards. Difference is Michael Edwards came into a Liverpool team that the average age of the team and the stage of the team was very different. So he was allowed to go for ready-made players, and that's who they got. They got ready-made players. We got these football people who've done the same as Michael Edwards, right? But our recruitment policy is lower. We're trying to build the foundation of the team. Yeah, younger team. We've cast a net. All we need is about 6-7 for a backbone of a team, which might take a couple seasons to get, right? And then we can buy, once these players get a little bit older, then we can buy ready-made players. Now, that needs patience. Maybe we are spoiled, right? Maybe we don't have that patience. That's where I agree.
Patience,
right?
that's the better word. Patience is the better word.
We haven't been taught to have that type of patience. But what happens is, this is where
because big clubs shouldn't have patience.
The owners came in, right? He's made all these decisions, and we can't forget about it just because it's a new season.
Yeah.
I've never seen that many players wanting to leave. I never seen players come out and talk back and go, yeah, the owner's project, right, is not the right one. So we've always had a problem getting rid of players because we always win trophies, right? We're always ambitious, right? And now they're happy to go because they've been told that this team's going to take a while to build. And by the time they're ready, we're not going to be winning things.
Okay, so that's a different point. That's a different point. So you're saying that the players
we're in uncharted areas.
You guys are just going back and forth.
Big the owners, right? What I'm saying is that we're big. You look at what's being done, right? We have to wait and see if it's the right things that have been done, right?
Yep.
And we can't just big up the owners, compare them to everyone else, say our one's better, and see if we have the patience, see if the right decisions are made, right?
Yeah, well,
but
the
this
thing
is
was,
all...
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with most of that. Yeah.
All right, yeah. There was
I could find some points. I could find something I disagree with in there. And we can
are you guys?
No, that's okay because, like I said, we're in.
You're not done. You're still going.
Uncharted. Daniel, I said.
All right, Daniel, you wanted to say something. Go for it.
Come on, man. What's up with this guy?
This is a discussion, bro.
I directed you, Dan. Sorry, and then I answered with the
Nah, it's all God fucking with you, man. It's all good. Listen, my reality is this: whatever policy you have, under 23, under 5, whatever bullshit you have. You get the best of the best, right? So this summer, they say they want to get people who are super young. They want to spend millions, hundreds of millions, right? You don't end up spending it on some of the trash you spent it on. This is why.
Wait. Identify the trash. Identify the trash.
Listen, I'm not going to identify
the trash.
Let him finish. Maybe he will, bro.
I don't want to identify. People know when I come on stream, they know who I don't like. It's very simple.
No, I don't like when people make arguments like this. We bought trash and then they won't say who.
It's not about
we did bought trash.
And then you don't say who. You can't make
It's
an
not
argument
about-
and then you're not
hold
going
on,
to say
it's
the
not about
name.
what
He means
Ah,
he
man.
means not Chelsea level. He means not Chelsea level.
say
Like,
names,
Like who? Tell me who.
Who cares?
Tell me who.
Who cares?
What do you mean? Who cares?
Just
We
tell
need
him
to know
Daniel
which
so he's happy,
ones.
bro.
We need to know who the dead wood is so we can get rid of them. Tell
There
me
is
who.
many,
Not
bro.
about it
There
being
there
dead
is
wood.
fucking
Oh, there's
Not
Mudryk.
many
There is
now.
Mooney.
There's
There's
many.
many, bro.
I love
make
people
it
that
none.
talk like this, that don't make arguments based on any type of, oh, this person, this
Okay, now
person.
you're
Oh,
crying. Now I can't finish
see.
my point. The bullshit that you were crying about 20
Now
minutes
you could have
ago.
said that during your
40 minutes
point. Say
ago,
it at the beginning of your
right?
point, not at
It
the
took you
end.
40
Why,
minutes to
bro? You
fucking
don't
At the
talk because
let him
beginning.
you complained
structure
in front
structure
of
his
your
sentence
Guys,
how he
shut
wants,
up.
man.
Now I want to talk.
God
Guys,
Shut
damn.
the
shush.
fuck up. Now you have some buzz.
Guys,
Not
shush.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me finish.
Nah, yeah. Make a good point then, man.
Fuck up, man.
Make a good
Have the
point
same
then.
buzz you had when Kai was
Make a
talking
good
to you.
point.
Shut up. When Kai was
Put
talking to
some
you, shut
names
the
to
fuck
it.
up.
Have some weight behind your
All
point.
right. So when I'm talking, you
Weak
shut
ass
up too.
point. Go.
Huh?
Go.
Have the same balls you had when
Go.
Kai was talking, which was none. Shut up.
Go. Make your point.
Now, back to
Make your
my point
dumbass
I was
point.
talking
Go.
about, man.
Make your point.
Back to football, I was talking about my point.
All
Either
right.
way, if you're spending this kind of money, if you want to buy a player like Mudryk, you want me to name names who's a bum, when you can
Okay, there
spend
we
on an
go. Thank
actual
you.
fucking winger, when you want to spend a
Always.
combination of 100 million on 18-year-olds, right? When you want to spend a combination of that, and then the last day you want to have a meeting about Musiala. Why you meeting about like, what's the point in meeting about Musiala for? Why are you meeting about him? It's the last day.
Do we
If
know
you
if that was
want the
true?
talented 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, why don't you go for him in the fucking start? Now that's a fucking player, right? If you want to spend that money anyway, you want to overspend every time. You want to spend 150 on the fucking DM. You want to spend 100 here. You want to spend 90. Cool, do that, but do it on the best of the best. That's what complaining. Now we're thinking about Cole Palmer to help us solve a creative problem. Listen, man, we're finished, bro. Now we talk about
Okay,
Cole
question.
Palmer.
Can you tell me some names as the best of the best?
I just mentioned Musiala. Why did you meet at the end of the window about Musiala, who fits that age range that you want? Apparently, according to Fabrizio, he was interested in coming back. Why didn't you make that push at the start?
So okay, that's what. Can you give me a couple more names? Just like at least a few.
Yeah, Sesko and then Seawald. There's a lot of players, by the way.
Kolo Muani.
The Doku went to City.
Hold on. If I'm saying, yo, all these striker options are shit, blah blah blah. Didn't he go for like 70 million? He wants like 70 million to fucking PSG. And we were talking about him like, yo, let's get experienced guys who score this many goals. No, let's
Kolo Muani, but is Kolo Muani experienced?
Yeah, he's 25 years old.
But how experienced is he? Like, what's his stats? How many years has he been playing?
He's been a professional since he was 17. He has experience. More experience than the guy who has like 15 games in the fucking Ukrainian league that we paid.
Oh yeah, Mudryk is such an outlier. We could all agree that, like, yeah, I agree that.
Okay, we'll give you another example. Nuni. What does Nuni did to be at Chelsea,
right?
bro?
I actually like Lavia.
Yeah, no, Nani's a weird one. Nani was a weird one.
To me,
so you just named two. You just named two, and you agreed with both. So what do you mean?
I didn't say they're trash, though. I didn't say they're trash.
And the funny thing is, we don't even know Chelsea player names anymore.
You guys
like the one we saw Leslie's and I don't know Santos. People don't even know their names now.
He didn't want to listen to what
Dan, isn't there a good chance that
it's not
we
about
went for those players you mentioned?
Hold on. It's not about the player being good or bad, right? That's not what I'm talking about when I say these are trash signings.
You mean example not for Chelsea?
Lavia is a trash signing. It's not about him being a good player or not. It's because when I had Leslie and fucking Andre Santos and I needed an attacking player, I split that money 60 on Lavia and 45 on Palmer. What would I have done if I combined that? I might have gotten somebody of real fucking quality, right? So
and we sold Pulisic. We could have Leao for 100 million. We sold Pulisic to the same team.
To me, I don't think Lavia is a bad player. I think he's going to be a very good player.
Mm-hmm.
But it's overkill to me if I spend 115 on a DM and 120 on Enzo, and I need an attacking player of the highest quality because that's what we need, right? And at the end of the window, I go for Palmer, right? Instead of not, using planning this shit better, using my money.
Yeah, I agree with you on some. I agree with you.
Daniel, you know one thing here. One thing with these owners, yeah. When they wanna go for a player, like they really want that player, I think they go in. They'll spend whatever it takes to get a player. Maybe again, I'm not trying to defend this law because I think you've made some good points. The players that we signed are really trash. Maybe the attacker, the big name attacker, maybe that's what they were scrambling with the Musiala on the last day. Maybe they haven't really identified that one attacker. Because look how hard they went for Caicedo, for Enzo.
Yeah, but Rodrigo, I feel like they've gone for these players as well. Palmer was our last signing. I don't think was our first choice. I think
at least it was our first choice.
Didn't get.
But that but guys, that is even a detriment. I'm putting that responsibility on them. I'm not giving them an excuse for it. Like if you were planning,
you can't get every player.
You can't get every player. This is the thing. Okay, this is what I mean by the. Actually, this is kind of what I mean by like the spoiled part. And I don't want to say too bad. No, but let me finish real quick because I think it's that we assume that we are the only clubs out for these players, and that like, so you're not always gonna get your main target because sometimes players want to go there for like living reasons, for like there's so many reasons players want to go to certain clubs. So just because it's a top player doesn't mean they're gonna want to come to us, even if we have the money.
That's fine.
Why are you people acting like we're a small club?
That's not what I'm saying.
We got players that Real Madrid wanted, bro.
No, for example, Hakimi. Okay, remember Hakimi? His wife wanted to go move to France and Paris, so he didn't want to come to
fuck all that. What did
Remember Timo Werner?
Stop it, bro. I remember.
Stop it, man.
No, I'm saying we are playing in a top tier English Premier League, right? We are playing in English Premier League, and we are behaving like Strasbourg.
Please, shush.
We are playing like Strasbourg. We are behaving like Strasbourg and Salzburg, to be honest. And we are in the Premier League, bro. We are signing unknown youngsters.
You said that before. Yes, we get it.
And let's be real. He has a point. When you sign Datro Fofana, David Washington, you're going for this Caracas guy, right? Another one, right? It's about 11 of these young Brazilians you want to sign for the
Football Manager Wonder Kids
for 20 million each. In my head, I'm not a mathematician, nothing, bro. I do work with numbers. I'm thinking, listen, if I take this 20 mil I spent on this bullshit guy, another 15 mil I spent on this bullshit guy, right?
By 3 hours, bro.
Put this shit together and get some real players that can. So you're not complaining every time. Enzo needs an attacking player who can help him. Is it Cole Palmer? Do you believe in your heart of hearts? Because you're gonna be disappointed 4 weeks from now when we meet and we're talking again and we're saying, I don't know if Cole Palmer is good enough for. He's just.
I could be honest.
Yeah, but Daniel, you said you're good with numbers. You said that, yeah, and. You know that it doesn't matter what we spend, there is that risk of, just like Mudryk, a player not working out for the money we spend.
1,000%.
Yeah, and we are playing probability now, aren't we?
That's how I see it. Game, yeah. We're gambling. But
I'm saying we buy so many players with potential, regardless of their price, right? The higher the price we pay, the more likelihood we maybe expected. That's why we paid more, right? But we are, how I said, we're after 6-7 players to build a backbone of a team, and the more the better. The less will be in crisis, right? And that we bought so many players to hopefully they fulfill their potential and beyond.
Yeah. And
we're just playing a numbers game. We are playing a probability game.
But
the more we have, the more that might turn out.
If your numbers game is there's different ways you can play this game, right? Like this is type of a team like Leipzig plays. Because they can afford to play every single right winger they signed who was 19. It doesn't matter. They're still going to be there. They don't care. For us, as you hear how Poch is talking, right? We have to compete right now. I want to win a trophy right now. We have to make top 4. Yeah. Your window is already set. Your window is this year. They have to make top 4. You have to win.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Which means
the leeway that Potter got, right? The leeway that Potter got for the team he had. And the abuse he got. I think that Pochettino is going to get a lot of leeway.
Bro, but that
with this team because the priority for me, the priority is not Champions League. The number one. Let me make the one point. The priority is developing these players, right? The highest priority. Yeah, make Europe.
I think Declare was right. Declare was right keeping Potter till January.
That's not the
Declare was right. By the way,
I wasn't right. When we get a manager like Pochettino, who's probably that's the best thing he's done. He's fulfilling some of these players' potentials and doing well. And then we get a whole new team, and we're trying to make that the highest. The highest priority is to fulfill these players' potential, not top 4 and stuff like that. They're also priorities, right? But it won't be the number one priority because we put these guys on 8-year contracts, right? If we don't fulfill, if we don't get that backbone of a team, right, in a couple of seasons. We're going to be in big trouble.
Bro, hold on.
And we don't have enough resources to turn it over again.
You're misrepresenting a couple things. They put them on 8-year contracts for business purposes, not in terms of the development or planning. Right? Enzo's on an 8-year contract because they think.
I brought up the 8 years just because
he's not on an 8-year contract.
We won't be able to turn it around.
World class in 5 years. No, they put it there because of business reasons to make it to spread out his money. You know what I mean?
I didn't mean 8 years was 8 years because of the commitment that we expected him. No, 8 years. I mean, I brought up the 8 years is why we can't just do the process again. So we need to build a backbone. If it doesn't work out, we just can't get a whole bunch of cast another net to get a whole bunch of
if it doesn't,
players to try it again.
You're missing the point. The club is not going to sell every single young player if it doesn't work out and keep Poch. They're going to fire Poch, right? And if Poch
that's true.
and the reality is Poch's job is always on the line, whether or not you want to say no. If he develops the players this year and we don't make top 4, we don't win anything, it's going to be cool because we don't need that Champions League money for next year. No, that's not true. We definitely do, right? We definitely we can't go 2 years in a row outside of the Champions League. It's going to affect our pocket, especially because we spent a lot. We spent a lot now so that we can make it up future-wise, making Champions League and not spending.
But are you saying just Champions League or Europa too? Because Europe we would get money.
Europa, but Europa money is nothing. Europa money.
I know.
Not spending. Look, we've reduced the age bill.
Literally FA Cup. It's the same as FA Cup.
The kind of sponsors that we can get. People thought it was going to be easy money getting any kind of sponsor and so much money and all this. Listen, if you're not in the Champions League, if teams can't, if companies can't see their fucking logo on the biggest screen possible, why are they giving you an extra 10-15 million? They're not going to do that. So that's affecting us even making some of this money back.
Yeah, but aren't sponsorship? No, wait. We were just we've only been out of Champions League 1 season. Remember, Arsenal were out for 7 years. They still got sponsorship deals.
Yeah, but they struggle to get the best sponsorship though.
Hold on, this isn't a theory.
We're still a brand. We'll get sponsorship.
This isn't
How long did Arsenal had a Puma small deal?
It's actually happening to us in this
it's true. He's right.
It literally happened to us where we struggled to get the sponsors that we want. We had to run through several. We almost went to
but that was for multiple reasons. It wasn't just because of our stature. That's because some people that rejected the sponsors we wanted.
It was because of our stature. The most reputable sponsor that we could have gotten, right, was the Bayern Munich sponsor, right? What's their fucking name? They were
Allianz.
But it was for what, like 25 million, which were making
Prime.
We were making 40 million the previous year. Why would I go from 40 to 25 if we're this club? And no, we are all of that. Yeah, that makes sense. But we're not in the Champions League. So,
but there's one season. There's one season. I'm not sure about that.
But hold on, I agree, Dan. But you also got to take into account if we keep sacking managers, right? Which you said for business reasons, they're still fulfilling those players' potential. It's still going to be hard. You still want look at the same time you want to sell shirts. We need to make Enzo a massive player. We need to make Caicedo a massive player. We need to make these guys popular players so more people wear that shirt on the logo too. If there's crossing factors, they're both right.
You're right.
Those
but
factors
you only
are still
do
right.
that if you win. We only make money if we win. Without a club,
we need to
don't win.
We need to make them into players first.
You only make more money.
That's how I feel. We need to build the backbone. We need to fulfill their potential. Is the highest priority. What you said is a priority as well.
Potential
but
is
it's gonna swap over in the next couple of seasons.
Okay, also potential is just hindsight, bro.
Do you understand that?
Hindsight,
their potential is only
we bought for potential.
Okay, actually, I have a question I have a good question for all of us. So, what are the top 3? Is it development, top 4, or a trophy?
All of them. That's
no, but in what order?
Yeah.
What order?
For me,
first of all, you have to make money. You have to make ends meet. Yeah, right. You have to run the club properly. So I would guess success is the most important thing. Then the development, and then whatever is the last thing, the trophies.
I think success and development should get top 4.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Development. Okay, sorry.
Top 4 isn't success; it's a requirement.
Yeah,
it's a requirement. That's my point.
Yeah, I also feel like with development, if these players that we sign and if they reach the level of talent that we expect them to do, I think success is a given. If we,
I think I think if you ask a serious neutral professional if this team is good enough, he will tell you it's not good enough and it's not going to develop like you want to. Sorry.
Yeah. Fair.
We are not done.
That's why I'm saying Enzo and Caicedo, I respect them, I like them. I think we need a stronger midfielder.
Do you think?
Let's not go back to Claire. Don't let Claire stress on the tangent.
Good enough now. Good enough. The problem is they're also early in their stage of development, and this shit is not linear. So everybody can hit their point at different points, right?
Exactly.
If Enzo hits it first, and we're
If
still
at all, Daniel,
Hold
they
on.
might not hit it all. They might not be that. Might
Right,
most of them be like
but
Werner.
let's say they all do. Let's say is the most positive attitude and they all hit right in the span of 3 years. It's all about
Yeah.
timing. Because if I'm world class and you guys are still struggling for 2-3 years, you know what I mean? Then obviously bigger teams are going to come in for me. Then I have to
You're gonna
start
want to
over.
leave.
I have to go get another youngster and start over with him. And okay, maybe you hit.
But I think you're thinking about it a little bit wrong.
Because we've seen this happen with teams like Arsenal when they're developing Fabregas and Samir Nasri and Alex Song and all these guys who became very, very good players. And Adebayo, all of them are good players and they play together. But they all reached their stages at different lengths, and that team was torn apart. I don't want to.
Okay, that's a valid example. That's valid.
That happened That haven't happened to Spurs. If you guys remember with Spurs with Gareth Bale and Mudryk and all these guys, and
my
kind of
mic
all in
working?
one, they picked them
Yes,
apart
Matt.
one by one. They picked them apart. So
My bad, I didn't put you
if
in.
you're thinking, oh, you know,
but here's the difference. See, this is where the finances come into play. Because they're on long-term contracts, we have the leverage. So let's say Enzo develops quick in like 2 years, but we still have these other guys that still need another year. We do have that leverage that we don't have to be forced to sell Enzo. He can't really force his way out of the club because of this contract list.
it depends on what's
Kai Enzo is not shit. Everybody knows Enzo is a baller. We're not talking about that. The Enzo is not
I
good
didn't
enough.
say anything, bro.
Oh my god!
Hold on,
I'm just saying, Enzo. I'm saying Caicedo Enzo will not work out.
You
We
said
need
that
a
like 10
stronger.
times,
about
man.
5 times.
You've
we
said
hear
that like
you,
10
bro.
times.
I feel you, but let me just make my point. If we're making top 4 and not winning trophies, remember we were complaining here, and this is why I hear what Kai is saying. We were complaining here about not winning the league 2 years ago, not making top 4. Like we knew we were going to make top 4.
Yeah.
We were saying these guys were not good enough to win the league. That's what not good enough for Chelsea was, right? Now we're looking at these guys like, are they good enough to make top 4?
Well, I think this is what happened. This is what happened though.
We have
to be.
We don't know.
This is what happened though. Okay, this is what happened. We had
a brand new team, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no, this is what happened, guys. We had a spine that won us the Champions League, and then I think for a time we're like, okay, like we look kind of good, but we should be realized that we didn't really do that good in the Prem. But I think that gave us some confidence that like, okay, we could actually build upon this spine and go somewhere. We didn't do it right. We got the wrong players in. And that spine is too old. Like that spine only had a shelf life of only 2 years, like the Jorginhos and the Contes. Because look at Conte now; he can't stay fit. So that's what. So now we have to start
that's why people like Scott infuriates me, because when we have player with passion, he says, "Oh, they're not good finisher." And when we get rid of it, get rid of Werner and players like who have passion, he says like, "Oh, why did we got rid of these people? We don't have a passion in the team." That's why Scott infuriates me. He makes me angry.
I'm not gonna lie.
He says different stuff, different days.
Man, big up to you and Scott. I don't think that's what we're talking about right
now.
Yeah,
didn't Werner have passion? And he was talking today about passion.
Passion. I don't fucking have passion if you can't stop the ball, bro. What's the point of you having passion, bro?
That's not top. But but the thing is that like,
might as well have Fatul on goal if passion matters, bro. We need football players, bro.
The thing is that our spine,
bro, he had 27 goals and assists. Come on,
dude. Let's not. Why are we talking about Timo Werner?
Fat out, my G.
All right, but this is the thing, right? Like, we know that our team spine got old since we last won the Premier League. That spine, they kind of carried us a little bit all the way through to the Champions League. You know, the Contes of the world.
Yeah. How did you replace our spine?
But we have to. Like, I think this is the honest truth.
Yeah, but that's the reason why we didn't compete 2 years ago with all the injuries we had. Like Conte injured, James injured. You know, during the Juventus
there we go,
game.
Man. Yeah. Plus,
you know what I mean?
if we done our spine the way City did, right? If we did it the way the City did.
When we would have had Tuchel, and if we wouldn't have had James injured that season, because by Christmas time we was top, and then we had the Reece James injury, all like coming into Christmas, and then Reece James got injured as well as Chilwell, yeah, and then we just sort of fucking proper struggled for a bit, and then we just sort of got fourth.
Because so much of our gameplay was on wing play.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's what we had to change up. That's why Graham Potter's job last year was always going to be hard, regardless. But it's just that Graham Potter done absolutely pants at it. Do you know what I mean?
I think Potter
did have a hard job.
If Potter had a better demeanor, was more, he might have been able to survive. But honestly, he was just a sacrificial lamb. He was never gonna.
What I don't get with Chelsea fans, last year they were all in.
Why you bring that cunt here if it's not good enough, bro?
Give the time. Right now, we actually have a manager who has a track record of developing players. With Potter, it was the unknown. We didn't know, but people were willing to give that guy time. Now we have Poch, who actually you can go back in history and say, right, he's done this, he's done that, he's done that, and we can allow him at least more than 4 games.
Who sold Werner?
No.
Who fucking sold Werner?
Dude, oh my God, Claire, fuck.
Who sold Werner? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me who sold Werner?
Russell was breathing near the mic and then just fucking exploded. God damn, bro.
When Messi doesn't play for Barcelona, Barcelona struggle. Hazard doesn't play for Chelsea, Chelsea. Tell me.
I fucking love Werner. I've got two. I got 2 shirts of Werner at the back, bro. Like, I don't care how much people.
That song plays in Claire's head all day, 24/7. That's all that plays in his head.
There is ways to get that print taken off clean.
Yeah, but you know what? Talking about the spine, we should have built ours. You're right. We needed to replace our spine, but why didn't we do it like City? Okay, you sign all these talented fucking players who are gonna be amazing in 3-4 years. I don't think they're going to be as amazing as people think they are, but that's beyond the point, right? Let me finish my fucking point, man.
Okay,
1 minute.
go, Kai.
1 minute. And then you have more, like, for example, instead of Lavia, you got like an experienced midfielder who could carry Enzo and Caicedo to the point where they can develop, and if they need to, we can replace them. Now we just have more players who the core ability isn't enough for Chelsea. We can talk about their potential could be great, could be amazing, but right now they're not good enough. Like Nooney, Mudryk, for me, they're not good enough for Chelsea. You could have signed another winger or attacker who could have carried Chelsea until these motherfuckers were fit to play good enough in a Chelsea shirt.
So, okay, question though.
Instead, let me finish, bro. Just 1 minute.
I don't know when you're done, man.
Give me 20. I will let you know. I swear, I will let you know. I will let you know.
You're jumping different points when we want to talk.
Yeah, when you say 1 point, we want to reply to that.
How am I jumping different points?
You made 2 points.
If all I'm saying that we should have signed players who are able to play right now, while these young players are not ready and they slowly develop. But you were asking all of these kids to just throw them in, expect them to do really, really well. When you can see Mudryk already, like, fucking, his brain is in the Ukraine and he's thinking, and he's just been thrown. He's just been thrown in to play, and it's either fail or success. That's it. He doesn't have anybody who.
It's not a good comparison to City, though. It's not a good comparison to City.
Ideally, everyone wants to do like City.
Because if you remember how City built their spine,
I'll explain to you why in a little bit. I'll explain in a little bit.
Yeah, I want to answer.
You remember how City rebuilt their spine,
everyone wants to do it like that, right? Everyone wants to integrate young players.
Not us.
Everyone wants to do
Instead,
it. We wanted to do it too, right? And you've seen what's happened, right? Now, there's a reason why everyone wanted to leave. It was always the plan to do it. It seemed like Bowley wanted to do it because when he came in, he bought ready-made players, right? Then he wanted to integrate young players in.
And he gave it 4 games? He gave it 4 games and he changed it? That's that. I don't understand that.
No, he gave it to 6 months, right? And whatever's happened, every player wanted to leave. So we're starting everyone fresh. Now, Kai, when you don't see those players carrying or wanting to be here or part of it, what you do, you get rid of everyone. Experience, yes, can help, but on the other side,
you get rid of everyone to replace them with players who can do better than them. You don't replace them with players who can do least than them, right? Because what's the point?
Let me finish answering, and then you can answer what
I might have to go soon, but I'll let you go now. You go ahead.
Yeah,
well, I need to respond to Kai too.
In 10 minutes, by the way.
I'll quickly say, Kai, when we got more young players playing, right? There's more chance of to fulfill that potential with game time. Because it's not just the experienced player teaching in the future.
Yeah, there is a chance, but there's also a chance
that experienced player is going to take someone's position and game time.
Yeah,
we are. Think of this: we are casting a big net, and we're seeing who sticks. So it's Hunger Games.
Yeah, but you're gambling. You're gambling the future of the club.
Yes, but we've got more. Our probability is higher to gamble now because we're playing more young players.
No, but that's because
we only need one third quarter just to make it to make that backbone that you've been asking for.
That's why I disagree with you, Declare. That's why I completely disagree with you, because you don't have to gamble on your club's future in order for young players to be successful. Look at
A lot
Vinicius
of
Junior.
clubs have done this.
Look at
When they're in this
Look at
position.
Vinicius Junior. How Real Madrid developed him. They didn't just throw him in.
No, they did. That was a gamble. That was a gamble.
That was a gamble. It worked out. Why? Why did it work out? Because they have players in this position who could play instead of him.
Yeah,
right? They can have players who can play.
but Kai, this is why I want to go
they
back to your
slowly phase them into the team rather than.
But this is why I want to go back to your City example.
Players who are in there.
I want to respond. No, Kai, can I respond to your
We're
City
not good enough,
comparison?
and they just threw them in. They just threw them in. They expect to do well, which is why we failed.
Kai, let me respond to your City.
That's what we're doing.
No, can I respond? Can I respond, please?
So that's why we failed, Declare. That's why we're failing, bro.
The City comparison. Yo.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Yo, let me go. I don't know what your name is. The other guy. But hey, Kai, so your whole City comparison was based on saying, like, look at City. They were able to bring in players to integrate. But the thing is, we could have been City a couple years ago, but we didn't go with that model.
We ain't got
and
Pep.
This is and we don't have Pep. Like Pep's that's a big thing. But the big thing there too. No. Let me finish the point, please. Can I finish? Hey, can I finish?
What?
So the main thing with City,
let Alba finish, but no, I'm not.
The main thing with City is that, like, okay, remember when they bought Kevin De Bruyne? He had that one. He's kind of like an Enzo signing, where he had a good season at Wolfsburg and really shined. And okay, now he looks like he's an up and coming talent. But he came into a team with David Silva, Vincent Kompany. Like they had players that had won the Premier League beforehand, and we did have that a couple years ago.
They slowly refreshed the team. They slowly refreshed the team. They slowly added Laporte to the company.
We didn't refresh.
They didn't do it like the way we did. We just
Kai, let me fucking finish. I let you talk. We didn't refresh the team properly under Roman. We had that period of time when we could have, and we kind of tried with the Havertz signings and those, but that was the time when we could have been like a City where we had the veterans and we could have bring in young players for them to learn off of. But now that time is gone, and now we don't have that.
2021 was so fucking fast. That was so quick.
I get your point, bro. I agree with you to the point that we needed to refresh, but the approach that we took, that's where I disagree. I don't think we need to throw all these young players there and just expect them to stick, because they're not going to. They're not experienced yet. They don't know how to play with each other, and it takes time. And unfortunately, we gambled with our clubs, with our club future and present, with these young players. And if it doesn't pay off, then these owners have to take responsibility. That's all I said. That was my whole point. I didn't say, "Oh, these owners are shit. Sell them out." I said, right now, what's going on now? In hindsight, it might work amazing. It might be shit. But based on what I see from the table, which again I bring to my point, so far we have been failing on the pitch. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we're gonna fail in the future.
That's true.
That's my whole point.
Hold on, Kai. They players last season came 12th.
You're saying it's true.
Got rid of all of us, yeah?
You're saying it's true, but you're
everybody knows next week.
Fix your internet. Hold on. Kai, we came 12th, which was what you said, one of the worst.
Pressure.
That whole team's gone.
The narratives are fucking written every fucking week, and then people come on Twitters and streams and go, oh, Chilwell is a problem. Oh, if this doesn't happen, everybody knows when Badashili comes, we're gonna play back four. Everybody knows it. Random excuses.
We actually are playing a back. We already are playing a back four.
It's because Todd Bowley, Young Guns are too much involved. Stop being too much involved.
Claire, you're fucking. Oh god, we're playing a back four, but we're putting Kowa at left back and then playing Chilwell as the left wing, which is stupid as fuck.
Talking points, bro.
We are playing back three.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep believing that. Keep believing that.
Hey, Silva. You're on Instagrams, Kleshev.
Are we playing back three?
Did you see what Silva said?
Fucking blind?
So you're questioning Thiago Silva?
What?
Yes, he's a fucking blind class of carry on.
Bro, we could play 9-2-2.
We are playing back three. We are playing even when Silva doesn't play in Carling Cup, or was it FA Cup? We still play back three.
We're playing a back four, and Chilwell's playing left wing, and that's actually the biggest issue we need to be talking about. Why the fuck is Chilwell?
I don't know.
Klesev's about to recycle all the talking points. I'm out of here.
Because the owners PR company has given a narrative. Oh, Colville has to be protected. So fuck
what narrative, man? You make I wonder how your brain works.
That affects everybody.
We're not child anymore, bro. Bro, we earn money too, bro. We earn money. Everybody knows. This is wrong.
Which player do you like in this team, bro?
I blame Lewis.
Which player do you like in this team?
Get away with a lot, man.
Hey,
Yeah, what's your
Come on, man.
Every
Right,
single
I'm just gonna
motherfucker knows
wait,
that if he comes back, we're gonna play
guys,
it back
guys,
for.
one sec. I'm gonna go through these last two super chats and then we'll probably
Go ahead,
wrap up. Big up to Violence saying David Neres, Eric Ten Hag once complained about my hair. I told him to take care of his own hair and I will take care of mine. I did see that quote. I think he got dropped for a couple
That
games
was so
after
funny. I dropped him for 2 more games.
Gavin Cuff says Chelsea opened the floodgates. New government can see they retract contracts with the Clear Lake. Did we see any Barca fines? No, we haven't seen shitting hell yet. Not sure what
Fucking
he's
19-year-old is telling you people what's happening in the club. A fucking 19-year-old telling you what is right, what is wrong.
How old are you?
How old is Klasrev? How old are you, Klasrev?
New government can retract
You
contracts.
talk like you're 18.
I'm confused.
Bro, where's Kazi? Kai, where's Kazi, bro?
I don't know, bro. Good thing I don't know, man. Kazi and me are 10 years apart, bro. I shouldn't know where he is, man. You should know.
Kazi, listen, Reece James will finish. Kazi made Reece James. I'm not gonna lie.
How?
Everybody was like,
Reece James doesn't even know who Kazi is, bro.
Kazi defended Reece James. Bro, I think this is fucked up, bro.
Is there any more
Thank you,
super chats?
Kazi. Thanks,
Everybody
Kazi.
was
No,
like,
no.
sign Hakimi, and trust me, Reece James was finished. Kazi defended that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Hey, somebody said Claire is 45.
And he's a captain now.
Klasrev, I have a question for you. Do you have like a physical entity, bro? Do you have like a body, or you just an AI, bro?
I have a fucking massive cock.
Big pause,
bro. In my head, Klasrev, in my head, yeah. Klasrev is basically Skinny Fatur, bro. They're both from Indonesia. In my head, Klasrev is Skinny Fatur, bro.
Hey, Claire, that's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Thanks for letting us all know. Cheers,
People
mate.
say I've got dementia or
Look how
Alzheimer.
happy
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, if you watch porn movies, people with Alzheimer and dementia have huge cocks. I ain't gonna lie that.
So you think you have
anything, bro?
People with dementia have huge cocks.
Without doing anything, bro.
Where the fuck did you get that statistic from?
Yeah. And how do you know how big people with dementia's dicks are, bro? Why did you Google it? That should be the question, bro.
So
And listen, Pornhub is fucking outdated.
So you say they'll have
Pornhub
sex?
is fucking outdated.
So Claire, if you're saying they'll have
Check-ins
sex
are
and then they
dry.
don't remember, is that what you're saying? They'll have sex and they don't remember?
Bro, now they do naked casinos, and people are talking about Pornhub.
Dude, what porn are you looking at, bro? Who's watching Alzheimer's porn, man?
Yeah, it's this time 10. Right. Anyone who wants an actual Chelsea discussion, we're gonna redirect to Goonies. Everyone head over there.
Goonies. Yeah.
Why are you going? Why were people not supporting Kevin Schade? That's why we got Cole Palmer. Now you're blaming Cole Palmer.
Who's he talking about, bro?
Because they wanted to sign Kevin Schade or Cole Palmer, and because did you see how Kevin Schade scored that fucking goal?
What is this guy talking about?
Head over to Goonie, guys. You'll thank me later. We'll be
Fucking
back.
Kai Havertz is shit, bro. Kai Havertz is shit.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what?
Kai have a shit. Yeah.
We're with you. We got there at the end. Fuck Kai Havertz. Right. Shameless FC 10-15 Premier League predictions. Be there, my people. Head over to Goonie.